Welcome everybody
That's
to
my job.
oh
Ooh, ooh,
go for it.
sniped.
Do it go for it.
Welcome everybody. As my esteemed commentator figure eight was trying to do my job. That's okay. I'm here to do that. Welcome everybody to another GDQ Hotfix. Glad to have you all here. I am Darkman78, and with me here are my esteemed commentator colleagues, figure eight and 8F. Welcome, guys.
What's up,
Thank
guys?
you.
Thank you.
So what we are doing today is, in case nobody here is aware, we have SGDQ coming up very shortly. So next Sunday is the start of SGDQ. It's almost here. So to do that, we're kind of doing a few runs to kind of hype up SGDQ, give you a taste of what to expect coming into SGDQ. So this run is going to be a little bit different than what you're used to seeing out of speedruns if you've never seen this before. So this is Ocarina of Time, which I'm sure many of you here are aware of. However, this is a blackout bingo race. So what is bingo, you ask? Well, you're going to see a board on the bottom left of your screen fairly shortly, and that board has a list of goals that our competitors have to obtain. And they have to complete the entire card. So there are 25 goals that they're going to be there, and they have to get them as fast as possible. It's going to require them to do a lot of things that you wouldn't see out of a normal speedrun of Ocarina of Time. You wouldn't see out of a casual play necessarily. So they're going to do a lot of glitches and stuff in order to obtain the goal. It's going to be very interesting. It's going to be very different, but I think you're going to like this one. So without further ado, figure eight, 8F, why don't you guys take it away?
All right, what's up, everybody? Like Darkman was saying, we're going to be doing bingo, and I think we might as well get started here for a second. In a moment here, I'm going to go ahead and make sure our racers are ready. Figure eight, why don't you stall for me?
I got you. I can talk a little bit about what bingo is with blackout. So I see a quick question is it always the same 25 or are the 25 taken from a group of more? So what it is, there's a giant pool of goals that you have that are tested, that are timed to have good synergy. And it's always a different set of goals, but there are roughly the same, they're the same set of goals, but they are in different orders. So in a blackout bingo, they're going to be doing a whole bunch of different things featuring an array of glitches that you don't normally see outside of your normal RTA runs, especially if you watch a lot of 100%, any percent no I'm wrong warp, stuff like that. Bingo, you'll get to see a lot of really showcase how broken this game really can be. Playing at a high level, you can see how quick runners can achieve these goals. It really is. You really got two of the best, if not two of the best runners doing this right now. Runner Guy will be also doing bingo at SGDQ, and I'll also be there commentating like a boss.
Like a boss. You ready, figure?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
All right. Here's the countdown.
So, yeah, it's gonna be. You'll see the card come up shortly. It's gonna be a giant bingo board, 25 5x5 board, and boom, the card is up. So, let's take a look at the card, shall we?
Yes, let's take a look at the card and sort of analyze what's going on. So, like Figure was saying, and like Darkman had said, typical bingo, the goal is to complete one row or one column faster than your competitors. But in blackout specifically, which is the race type we're seeing today, each player will need to complete all 25 goals.
Yeah, and go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say that so this allows them a lot of really interesting routing possibilities because both players will have to, understand which goals can be done as child, which goals they can do as adult, and which goals sort of require things from both. Right. And as a result, we're going to be seeing a lot of really interesting routing from the players, and we're probably going to see vastly different on-the-fly routes from both of them.
Yes. So, the beauty of bingo is really that it combines your trick knowledge, it taps into your trick database, how well you know the game, how well you know and how well you can route on the fly, right? Because it's not a straight streamlined, you got to do this, and this, and to get here. You have to figure out what is the fastest way to get everything done with the least amount of time. So and if you mess up, you have to figure out how you can fix your mistake to continue going forward. So being able to route on the fly like that is going to be crucial to see who's going to pull ahead. So you will not see them really do the same thing at the same time. It's not a streamline. It's not, I'm going to go here, I'm going to go to Deku Tree, then I'm going to go get ZL. They're going to be doing very different things at very different times. but at the end of the race, they will all have all these 25 goals completed. So,
The way, yeah, what are you gonna say?
my question is, how do you feel about this card? And you look at this card and you see so many skull collection, right?
Yeah,
How do you feel about that?
I love that, honestly. So Figure 8 and I got to pick this card, actually, and we picked something that we thought would show you guys a lot of diversity as far as different tricks, different dungeons. So we've given these guys a huge array of Skulltula collection, because typically you don't see Skulltula collection in any runs besides 100%. And when Skulltula collection comes into Bingo, it's not as streamlined as, okay, I'm going here, I'm getting all these Skulltulas, I'm leaving. Because, you see on here on the card, there's like all 8 Death Mountain area Skulltulas. You have skulls in several different dungeons. We actually have adjacent one another, one Skulltula from each adult dungeon and one Skulltula from each child dungeon. I think those 2 goals in particular are fascinating because it requires you to enter dungeons you otherwise don't have any business in.
Right.
And so it's actually really cool because, for instance, say in Deku Tree or Dodongo's Cavern, there are really fast Skulltulas that you can just grab and leave.
Right. So in a normal bingo, something you would see when you see row 5, and I'll bring up a term called synergy. You want to look for, in normal bingo, you want to look for the row or column that has the best synergy with all the other goals. So in row 5, you have all Skulltulas in each adult dungeon, 1 from each child dungeon, and then all 5 in water, which have good synergy, but it's only 2 goals that really synergize with each other, right? So you want to look for something. Me personally, I like to look for a row or column that has synergy with 3 or more different goals, or I can work progressively throughout what I'm doing. I will be completing 2 or 3 goals at one time, and all at once. So,
right,
but in Blackout, it's a lot of I can do the first skull in the top, row 1, column 1, and I can do all 5 skulls, and I can do 30 Deku sticks, and it's a lot of back and forth, backtracking, and to keep moving forward rather. So.
Right, and one cool thing about Blackout is that you can create your own synergy essentially. So you can, whereas in a typical bingo where you're restricted to a row of 5 set goals, and you just pick the one with the best synergy, like let's say a row with a lot of Spirit Temple synergy. You got to get the skulls, you got to beat Twin Rova, etc. In Blackout, you can say, okay, I've got, taking a look at this card, you've got Spirit Temple Boss Key in the middle, and then, are there any other Spirit Temple goals on there? Yeah, so you got to get the Mirror Shield as well, and 3 shields and 3 boots. And so that's synergy, so you can do those 2 things at the same time.
Exactly. So, I had seen a question in chat, what are green gauntlets? So a lot of people do not know, they're actually more than just 2 colored gauntlets. There's more than silver and there's more than gold. There's actually green, blue, black, and bronze gauntlets. Am I right? Am I missing one? Green,
no,
blue,
those are all of them.
Yeah, green, blue, black, and bronze. And those are achieved and attained by entering a trick called RBA. And I don't want to spoil what RBA is until they get to it, so I can explain more, because it is a very...
I don't want to spoil. Do you mean you just don't want to explain it right now?
Kind of, sort of, because it's a lot to digest, and I don't want to explain it until they get there, so they can see it with their own eyes while it's happening.
Right.
And so they can understand why this happened, why they got the items, and I see Cymarth that cannot escape.
I'm gonna really quick explain the difference between the 2 runners right now.
Go for it.
So, Runner Guy is playing on the 1.0 version of the game on N64, and that allows him to do a trick in Bottom of the Well. I almost said Breath of the Wild. In Bottom of the Well that will allow him to get bomb shoes very quickly, but that is exclusive to the 1.0 version. Cymarth, on the other hand, is on 1.2. He's on Wii Virtual Console. So as a result, Cymarth is going to do Pokey Escape instead of Aqua Escape, which was what Runner Guy did. This could also be because Cymarth just wants the Ocarina right now, but they're likely both going to get Bomb Shoes pretty much right away, and Ocarina makes Bomb Shoes very easy for Cymarth, whereas Runner Guy is going to get there a bit faster because he is not getting the sword, which is a prerequisite of this trick in Bottom of the Well that he has to do.
You almost slipped up again.
I almost said it again.
Now, I will say, so someone had said N64 and VC, you guys can obviously tell in the beginning there's quite a difference. VC picks up a decent amount of time in the intro cutscene due to faster loads and just being overall a better console. Cough, cough. um, but in terms of that, when it comes to getting bomb shoes, N64 really does pull ahead because of the route that RG is using here. He does get to pull ahead. He gets to pull ahead quite a bit getting bomb shoes, but then again, it's not like this is an RTA run, so getting bomb shoes earlier than Cymoth here isn't gonna make or break this. There's plenty of time. So once goals are completed by the runners, we will be marking them off.
Really quick, I'll show you what that looks like, just because it's going to be a bit until a goal is completed. So I'll show you what it sort of looks like. So let's say Runner Guy completed all 8 Death Mountain area Skulltulas, it would become green. Let's say then Cymarth immediately completed the same goal, I would do that.
Oh, you could do them both.
Yeah, you can show both at the same time.
Well, I mean, I didn't know you could. Oh, you changed.
Oh yeah, you just switch colors.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just sniping your selection.
Okay. You got it.
Yeah, word.
So, a very important thing. Again, I'm really just touching on RBA. RBA stands for Reverse Bottle Adventure, and in Bingo, a bottle, in basically all of OOT, a bottle is probably the most broken and useful item in the game. If not the most broken, one of the most, definitely top 3. Aside
I would say that and explosives.
Explosives, yeah, those would be the most broken items in this game. Can make you do insane things. So, you will see them both collecting bottles because they are required. This is the fastest bottle to get, followed by the milk bottle. And you will see them use this bottle very shortly. Now they're just collecting it. There's not really much to say around here. They're just gonna collect it, head bottom of the well, and get explosives. And then you'll probably start seeing them work on some goals very shortly. After that, so.
And we're aware that the colors didn't show up when I did that demonstration a moment ago. We are working on it. We've got the hardworking GDQ staff getting stuff done here. Yes. So no worries. We'll have your color demonstration up and running in a moment here. So yeah, both players just collecting bottle right now. Again, a really central part of Bingo, like Figure was saying. Pretty important to almost anything you do. Ooh, there we go. All right, we got selection now. So that's what it'll look like if both players have completed a goal.
Right. So purple will be Cymarth and green will be Runner Guy. I didn't do that.
Yeah. So there you go.
Come on. Unmark it. Unmark it. There we go. There we go.
Struggling there?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
So yeah, so it looks like RG has just picked up his bottle, and he's heading to bottom of the well using a glitch called Navi Dive.
There you go.
Using the Navi timer to plummet him down to the bottom of the well and just walk in.
And Runner Guy's about to do a really wonky trick here to get bomb shoes. He's going to use a Deku Nut as he enters a crawl space on the same frame, and then this is going to give him some strange properties, and explaining it simply, he's going to be able to walk in air, do some neat stuff, and he's going to get to those bomb shoes very quickly. And this is the quickest method of getting bomb shoes, but again, is exclusive to the 1.0 version, which Runner Guy is using.
Right. So, long before, there was only one way to get to these bomb shoes, and that was using a very ugly trick called Vine Clip.
Vine Clip.
And no one likes this trick. Everyone hates it. And I do mean everyone. And with that, 1.0 really pulled ahead by finding this glitch, but shortly after, Ocarina Dive was found, which you will see very, very shortly from Cymarth.
Yeah, so Cymarth is going to get ISG here, which is a pretty important trick to Bingo and really all Ocarina of Time categories. Basically, if you interrupt a crouch stab by, activating a text box or some other... Ooh, missing that stick ISG.
Didn't get it, so he's going to get a Navi ISG off from the Skulltula by interrupting the crouch stab with a target and see out, which is a lot. A quick input. You got to do a quick number of inputs, so it looks like Cymarth is actually going for a chest, picking up a compass.
Yeah, so they're picking up the compass here because they've got to collect. How many do they have to get here on this?
They just have to
card?
get the map and compass
in bottom of the well. So this will likely be the first goal they'll complete. And Runner Guy is gonna go into this area down here because he wants the shields.
Right.
And then he'll drop down for the map after that, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
So Cymarth is gonna do Ocarina Dive here. And how this trick works is he is going to basically backflip while holding shield and having ISG into this this. Oh my god, he's gonna do it with sound.
No, but sound cues. Oh, whoa! Wait
No,
a
he
minute.
does not get it.
That was good.
So I'd imagine he's probably gonna try to turn around his camera here.
Mm-hmm. So he's gonna do what's called inverted camera, which he's got right now. Basically, the camera's inverted, so Link's looking dead into your soul. And he's gonna use this as his cue to see when to backflip, and he's gonna dive down. Basically, it's gonna look exactly how Navi dive is, but it's gonna use the ocarina. So you'll see that right about now. And
he was floating in midair because he had ISG, and when you shield any damage while you have ISG and you're in midair, you stay in place.
Right.
And if you're high enough over, any open space or anything like that, you will stay in midair. And so we utilize that pit right there, that invisible floor tile, to basically hover right over there, and then you pull the ocarina like Figure was saying, and when you have the ocarina out, you fall through without activating the little loading trigger to make the basement load.
Basement load, exactly. So now, looks like Cymarth is going to fall down the hole, and he's going to get, and he got...
And Runner Guy has got the map and compass here, I just realized.
Perfect.
And you've got Cymarth's goals, yeah?
I do.
Wonderful.
And as soon as so in bingo, whenever you mark a goal, you mark it. So for like something like this, it gets marked as soon as the item is above his head. That's when that item gets marked off.
And Cymarth is going to take... So Cymarth's doing an interesting strat here. So he is going to die instead of save warping because, especially on Virtual Console, it's much faster to death warp when you can to get to the entrance of a dungeon.
Right.
Because, he does not want to sit through that. You can use the classic controller screen or anything like that.
So that I believe total usually roughly all VC loads are about 13 seconds. The median time is roughly about 13 seconds.
Runner Guy's gonna enter the bazaar here at night. Jump slash over that door.
Very nice. So I saw that RG also picked up one skull from the market. So.
And he also did Castle Before Night,
which is also nice. And I believe Cymarth should be getting it as well.
Do you want to take Castle Before Night?
Absolutely. So Castle Before Night. When you see Cymarth, he's gonna read the sign to skip the owl. If you're looking at the bridge. And the bridge is down, and it goes up, and you're still not looking at it. The game will technically still think it's loaded. It'll still be loaded, and you can actually side hop right up, and you'll literally just teleport at the top, which you'll see now. So he literally teleports right on top of the bridge. He's gonna collect the 3 rupees that a lot of people don't know exist. 3 red rupees, and he's gonna use that probably to buy a shield, but it looks like he didn't get the market skulls. That market skull back there, he might be coming back for it when he goes to...
I would imagine he's going to talk to Impa and then get the Lon Lon HP and then come back through.
Mm-hmm. So...
and Runner Guy and Cymarth probably both getting Zelda's Lullaby here. So 3 songs is a goal, but also there are so many goals on this board which require you to have Zelda's Lullaby.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, definitely a prerequisite for so many of these goals. And there are a few ways to acquire ZL. The first of which is literally walking to Zelda. And the other way is with RBA, that trick we were talking about earlier, and we will definitely get more in depth in discussion of that when the runners are adult.
Yes, so you see that Cymarth got him some bugs from the... What did he do? He definitely duped the bottle.
He duped over the stick, I think.
Duped over his stick. So basically, duping is exactly what it sounds like. You wrote over another item. So he wrote over his sticks. On the VC version, sticks aren't as useful in bingo. They aren't as useful as they are as child. You get the sword, and the sword basically does everything that you would use a stick for. So running over 6 isn't a big deal at the current moment. His goal, he does have an exactly 30 Deku Sticks goal, which he will get again.
And if he picks up another Deku Stick, the Deku Stick will re-overwrite.
It, so it'll redupe itself over the bottle. So
he's got to be careful not to have anything important in that bottle slot, because if he picks up a Deku Stick, it'll get erased.
Exactly.
And another thing a lot of people don't know about this game is that guards have less visibility at night.
Yes.
And so you saw Cymarth do a little jump slash right in front of the guard, and that's because at nighttime, both Gerudo guards and Hyrule guards have less visibility.
Mm-hmm.
And also with this damage boost, you'll notice both players are at half heart, and this is because of a trick you've probably seen in lots of runs like MST, all dungeons, and yeah, most categories.
Yeah.
And that's ZL cutscene skip.
Right. So I feel like Cymarth spent a little bit of time in the first transition. If he doesn't have perfect side hops, he might get caught.
Yeah, he's gonna wait.
He's gonna wait. See me, I'm about the YOLO. I'm going straight. I'm going straight for that, man. I'm beelining.
I recently in a bingo made it all the way to the end of the fountain screen, and then I didn't know I was perfect side hopping the whole time, but I missed one frame perfect input.
And you got caught.
I did.
Yep. The worst is getting caught here on the transition. So
yes,
right
and
there,
you feel disgusting.
You feel it is the worst. So
yeah, so basically the guards, if you are side hopping so perfectly that every frame you touch the ground, you are immediately side hopping again, the guards cannot catch you.
No matter what.
And you also probably saw the players backwalking a lot, and that is technically the fastest form of movement, but if you want to know the real big boy strats, technically frame perfect side hopping is the fastest form of movement as child.
Yes. Now, I will like to note that Cymarth got the ugliest guard RNG there, guard cycle there, the ugliest. By no means I haven't seen anything uglier than that. So he had to wait a long time, and normally that would be in a regular RTA run, I would probably reset. But he's playing it super safe, so didn't want to get caught rather. So all 4 market skulls is something to note here. All 4 market skulls means that he has to go back in time, right? Which means he's gonna have to, unless he stays child. No, he's got to go back in time rather. Apologize. Has to go back in time because he has to beat. And that, which means he has to beat Forest Temple.
Right, because you need the Song of Storms to open that grotto right outside of Zelda's little garden there.
Right.
Because you cannot get Song of Storms as child, so you have to get it as adult and then go back. But when you're trying to become Child Link after being Adult Link, Impa stands in front of the Master Sword pedestal until you beat the Forest Temple. Mm-hmm. And we have yet to find a way past Impa.
You mean
what?
Isn't it Sheik? I thought it was Sheik that stays in front. Sheik.
You right.
Sheik's in front.
You right.
And you know.
We're good.
Right.
We're good. Yeah. It's Impa. We're just gonna say that because
Sheikah,
wrong.
Sheikah, Impa, same thing.
Sheikah, it's a Sheikah person.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. We don't discriminate, right?
No. Of course not.
But yeah, she blocks it. She does block it, and you have to complete the Forest Temple to finish it. To get past her, rather, and you learn the Prelude of Light, and you will see them skip that cutscene as well.
Ooh, Runner Guy accidentally moving a little bit.
Moved here. Almost
the
failed
sweaty fingers.
Monka S-Cam. All right. Gonna
ESS turn.
Keep it safe. ESS.
My boy's ESS turning over here.
Okay.
So there are a few ways to turn in this game, and the easiest way is to just flick the stick.
No, it's
and
not.
Excuse me.
Okay, it's the easiest way, but is it the most precise? No.
Gotta flick the stick. So you flick the stick, and when you flick the stick, Link just turns to that direction right away. If you flick it too much, though, you might get a bad angle, you might move. So the other ways are shield turn and ESS turn. And so ESS turn is when you hold in the dead zone of your or just outside the dead zone of your controller, and basically Link will shuffle in place and turn to that angle. And then shield turning is you hold shield, turn the shield to the other way, and really quickly let go and hold shield. Guys, please, this is a PG stream, all right? We're just please. Honestly.
So yes. So this is probably a time where he really went for it.
Was he trying to pull? He has bomb shoes. What is he doing?
He tried to swag out. and I'm gonna have to deduct some points on that because he tried to swag out and he failed miserably. So I'm gonna get him for that. I'm gonna write that down on my little notepad. I'm gonna get into that later.
Next, at SGDQ next week, or in 10 days, you should be sitting on the couch.
I'll tell him not to do it.
Take a look at your boy, and tell him that it is unacceptable.
Absolutely, I will most certainly tell him.
Cymarth not going to Lon HP right now.
Okay, so look, I mean,
he's getting the skull. He's getting the skull, or he's not doing that either. What is going on here?
So what is Cymarth actually?
He might be going adult right now.
And I guess doing all market skulls back in time.
But then what about Green Gaunts? He'd have to do an adult too.
See, and this is the beauty of bingo. We truly don't know what they're thinking. We don't know. We can't say this is what they're gonna do next. We really don't know. We have an idea of what they could do, what they might want to do, but we really never know. Okay, so he's selling.
Now he's selling bugs.
I'm honestly confused. I don't know what he's going for right now.
Now, I will tell everyone in this chat right now, Cymarth is well known for doing unorthodox strats.
Is he getting red potion?
He is getting... Wait,
no, he's getting a Poe.
Oh, he's RBA?
He's setting up for RBA already. So, okay, now...
we gotta explain RBA
We gotta explain. So, us seeing that he picked up a Poe means that he's gonna use the Poe... He's gonna start a glitch called RBA. And RBA literally opens up this game like no other. I wonder how's he... Oh, he's gonna do... Oh, he's gonna do it this... Oh my... Wait, where is he going?
He's gonna do quick draw outside CAC.
Oh, quick draw outside CAC. Oh.
I would assume.
I mean, yeah.
He's saving himself a day-night cycle, I guess?
Wait, I honestly don't know. But I do know that he's gonna use a bottle to get a bottle on his B button. And when you have a bottle on your B button, whatever you drop on your B button, it will point... Whatever's on your C right button, and you drop a bottle, you drop whatever's in your bottle, it points to another item. It could be an amount. It could be literally writing stuff directly into your inventory. So with a Poe, we know that Poe, dropping a bottle, a bug, a fish with Poe on C right is correlates to your bomb chew count, which means he will literally write explosives into his inventory. I have no idea what he's doing.
I really honestly don't know. He's going to Shadow Temple right now. I bet you anything.
Shadow Temple Child? No way.
Yeah, he's doing
it. He is. So yeah, Cymarth does a lot of unorthodox child stuff. So
what is this?
Wait, what is this?
What am I seeing right now?
I've never seen this. I've actually never seen this. He's actually a madman. Wait, he's doing quick draw. He's quick drawing over there. Oh my god!
What a legend!
Right, so he's quick drawing and he's gonna get bottle on B. So you'll see him get bottle on B. Okay, when it's coming back down. So you're waiting for the shield to kind of
He's one frame too late. I think.
Wait.
No, he got it.
No, he didn't.
No, he's one frame too late.
He's one frame late. He's actually a madman for this. Oh my god.
So he's shielding an explosive damage while having the bottle in his hand, and he's gonna try to pull out the sword at a specific frame of the shielded damage, and this will sort of mess up his B button. And he's one frame away.
There's there. This is the frame. You're gonna press B, and now he's gonna shield swipe, holding R and letting go once he presses his bottle, and now he has a bottle with the bugs on his B button. Now he's gonna move his Poe to his C right, and now you will see when he drops the bugs, he will have, what does that give you?
20 flat.
20 flat, and then when he picks it back up, you're right, 20 flat when he picks it back up, and then when he picks it back up, he will give you 29, because catching bugs in a bottle has the value of 29, and that will write to your bomb chew. I'll write 29 bomb chews into your inventory.
All right, Darkman, I'm gonna hit you with the fat knowledge right now. I'm gonna hit you with the fat knowledge. Okay. Yeah. So RBA, or Reverse Bottle Adventure, is a trick where you manage to get a bottle on your B button. And when you manipulate a bottle on your B button, it doesn't know where to put that memory address. So it points to the memory address on your C stick right button. Depending on what item or object you have on your C stick right, it will point that memory address with the memory address of what you just caught or dropped,
So
and
you
those
see it
two
right
memory
here.
addresses together will correlate to something in your inventory.
So boom, right here, he's got
He has
29 bomb
29
shoes.
bomb
When
shoes.
he pauses, you'll see 29 bomb shoes. Boom, just like that.
And this obviously is ridiculously useful because you now have a source of infinite bomb chews, which are one of the most useful items in the game.
Yes.
And so there are a lot of things you can do with RBA. For instance, if you RBA the Poacher's Saw, you get several songs.
Right.
Runner Guy going for a really cool flip here. He got it. No, oh.
Nope. I like this
And
one.
Runner Guy has not RBA'd Chews, and he probably won't this child.
He probably won't, but he might have to.
Yeah, if he keeps wasting them here.
Yes. Ooh. All right, he's gonna pause buffer. Keep it safe. I like it. All right. I think it's.
Oh man.
Come on, it's not looking good right now. Okay.
So what Runner Guy's trying to do is he's trying to get into Death Mountain Crater as child. It's called Bottle Adventure because the original trick called Bottle Adventure was by entering the light arrow cutscene with oh god,
it's
this is old knowledge I'm pulling out right now. No, Bottle Adventure is when you go child or adult
with something on your
B button.
B button, and then
it points to the value on C right,
and that will put something else on your B button. So if you watch ZFG do VC Hundo as of late, you will see him have Pharrell's Wind on B, which becomes extremely useful because you can use it in a vast array of places that you normally would not be able to use it in. RG realizing that he does not have a lot of chews, so what he was opting for before is he's now going to scratch it, and now he's rerouting. This is him rerouting on the fly, knowing that he messed this up, and now he's got to do something else.
So Bottle Adventure is getting an item that is not like using a bottle to get a different item on your B button. Reverse Bottle Adventure is specifically getting a bottle on your B button and then using that to manipulate other memory addresses.
Right. Because everything in this game has a value. So everything you pick up in the bottle has a value, and that will always point to something else in this game, which is insane. So Simon, where is he? Is he going for Saria? I think he's going for Saria now.
Yeah, because he needs Saria's song because you need to, like Runner Guy just did, you need to get the Goron bracelet because with RBA, when you RBA the Kajiro, the blue Cucco, when you RBA Kajiro on your C right button, oh, Runner Guy, you don't have to do that. You have ZL. So when you RBA with Kajiro on C right, it points to a lot of things in your inventory, but mainly one of the things it points to is your strength upgrade. If you have no upgrade, you get the black gauntlets, which
no. It's not blue. It's the white one. The white one.
What?
You said
oh,
blue.
Yeah, you're right.
White. Yeah. White. The white. Yeah. The adult.
Don't RBA Kajiro. You'll delete.
Yeah. If you RBA Kajiro, the blue chicken, you will delete your strength, and we don't want that here.
So if you RBA Pocket Cucco on C right, you can manipulate your strength upgrade amongst some other things. And the first thing that it looks at is, do you have a strength upgrade? If you don't, you get black gauntlets. If you do have Goron bracelet, you get green. If you have the silver gauntlets, you get blue. And if you have the golden gauntlets, you get bronze.
Exactly. And something to note, all colored gauntlets are equivalent to golden gauntlets, no matter what. So if you have black, it's equivalent to gold. No matter what. So if you have no strength, you'll have gold. You'll have strength equivalent to gold gauntlets, no matter what. So, our Cymoth picking up Goron bracelet now, setting up for that, and
Runner Guy just doing dot skip.
So in bingo, what you'll see, it's a lot of setup. You'll see. For another time. I'm setting this up, and I'm gonna revisit this later. So, I believe
Cymarth's got 3 songs,
and he just killed himself. Was he trying to kill himself? No, he was not trying to. I think he pause buffered at 1 heart by mistake. Yes, he did.
All right, so let's kind of like simplify things a little bit for the average chat viewer right now. So like Obviously you've kind of explained what their thought process is a little bit, like what they're doing. So they're obviously using RBA a lot to kind of give them items in which they would either not be able to get, or they're just take way too long to get. So what's like the thought process in this? You can create so many items with RBA, so there must be like a specific thing that they're trying to do right now. What is their thought process in like figuring out where they should go next?
See, it's really hard to say in a blackout. It's very hard because they could really be doing anything at this point. So
the way I look at it is sort of like any bingo is like a logic puzzle, and it's a logic puzzle you've never seen before, and it comes up right at right at the start of the race, and you look at this logic puzzle, but you have a lot of knowledge as to how the logic puzzle works. You just don't know what the goal is.
Right.
And basically, the players are, in essence, looking at what goals they've done and what goals they have left. And
RG got 3 songs, right?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure he's just got ZL and Saria's.
Wait, what 3 songs does Simoth have?
He has Sun Song.
Oh yeah, he's Sun Song. Now he's got this. Yeah, Sun Song.
Yeah.
ZL and now sorry.
Green is Runner Guy and purple is Simarth.
Yes.
And so basically the runners are looking at these goals, and they're looking at a goal like, let's say, double defense. So a lot of you probably know that you pick up the double defense upgrade near Ganon's castle as adult, but you need to have Zelda's Lullaby to get magic to be able to get that upgrade. Okay. So the runners are looking at that goal and they say, okay, I need Zelda's Lullaby, so I'm going to get that. Okay, now I need magic, so I'll go get magic on top of Death Mountain Trail, and then I'll be able to go get double defense. So they look at all of these goals as basically step by step, how do I get all the things I need to be able to complete this one goal?
So specifically with Blackout Bingo, there's 25 goals there. Like, how do you even like put a thought into what's first? Because it seems like, okay, I can do this to get this, to get that, to do that, and do that, and this and that. Like, it would just seem like my mind would be blown thinking about all this.
It really just is experience, and I think Figure can definitely talk about this a bit more, but it's just like you do a lot of bingos and understand which goals streamline together well.
Yeah, so, blackouts are... It's not only just experience, it's also player dependent. So each player, as you can both see, Simoth is very confident on the tricks he can do as child, so seeing as that he's child a lot longer than RG is, RG knows a lot more adult tricks to get into different places. Simoth has done extensive research and extensive work with child-only glitches, so he'll be doing a lot. He'll be saying child a lot longer than most people would, a lot longer than I would for sure. So it really just depends. In Blackout, you really want to play to your strengths at the beginning, to get as much as you can set up, and then literally everything starts to fall. I'd say within the next.
Probably
the next
hour,
30 to an hour, 45 to an hour, you'll start to see everything goals will start getting marked off time and time again, so quickly. So it's really going to be, it really just depends on the player in particular. But you pretty much have seen that for the most part, they've done roughly the same thing, but not in the same order. Right. And
because there's a few things that are very fast, and there's a few things that make sense to do early, right? Like it makes sense to get Zelda's Lullaby as early as possible because it's a prerequisite for so many goals. And it really makes sense to get Bomb Chews from Bottom of the Well early because you need those to do so many other tricks. So most of the runners will start off by getting Bomb Chews and doing whatever they need to do in Bottom of the Well, and then going to Zelda, and then sort of the paths just branch off from there. And there are easy things you can get out of the way as child, but you might even see like Lon Lon Ranch Heart Piece is a very simple goal. You just go to Lon Lon Ranch and you pick up the Heart Piece. Right. But it's a little out of the way, so both runners are saving it for later.
Yeah.
And so it's really all about extensive game knowledge allows you a really in-depth understanding of in what order you need to do things. But at the same time, anybody can bingo. I've always been very adamant about this. Like literally anybody can bingo. It doesn't matter how much you know, as long as you have beaten Ocarina of Time and you know like where stuff is, you can bingo.
Now, if you want to be good, if you want to be really good, there are tricks that I feel are very, or not even really good. If you want to be, better than than the average casual player, there are a couple of tricks that you need to know. Oh, Simarth getting the trick that RG had messed up on, getting into Death Mountain Crater earlier as child without pulling the block. So that's good, and that means he's gonna get Belair. No, he's not gonna Belair. but he's
You
going
can't get
to
Blairo's child, my
right,
guy.
I had a moment there.
Had a moment.
Where is he going? Is he going to? No way. No, no, no. He
He's
can't-
mega flipping for
He's not-
Fire Temple.
Is he really going to Fire Temple?
No,
he
he's getting
can't
the
be.
skull. He's getting the skull.
Yeah, he's
Getting
getting
the skull.
Yeah, yeah, skull. Okay.
So, and typically the bingo race, like we were talking about earlier, typically bingo is one row or one column. And when that's the case, you look at all the rows and columns and you say which 5 goals are the fastest together that are already in a line. And that's a little bit simpler, and really that's what one of you guys would want to start with if you want to start bingoing. And there are players out there who have loads of tutorials if this is something you're interested in. Bingo is my favorite game type in speedrunning. I think it's really interesting because no 2 bingos are the same, but once you know a lot about bingo, you can do them all really quickly.
Yep.
And so I think if any of you guys are interested in bingo, go to YouTube and look up bingo tutorials. There are loads of players who have put together compendiums of knowledge about what strats are fast, what tricks are easy, and stuff like that. And in this particular race type, we're watching the players do blackout, which is completing all 25.
That is a tragic way. Get sniped by the business scrub into the pit of death.
Did he really?
He did.
He's trying to get double magic here in 6 seconds.
I think
He's in.
Is he? No, he's not trying to. I think he's just trying to reset the timer.
Oh yeah, you're right.
He's got to reset the time. He's gonna.
Oh, he's doing
whip swap.
He's gonna drink bugs, maybe.
Okay.
So he just did a new trick that was discovered in the last year and a half or so called a quip swap. And what a quip swap is you, if you have something, he duped over Zelda's letter. I'm very confused.
Wait, just equip bottle. He needs to equip an empty bottle. He's gonna drop another one? I'm so confused. Oh, he's gonna drop it. Okay, he's gonna drop those, pick those back up, re-equip empty bottle, and he's gonna drink it. Right? He's gonna re-equip his empty bottle. Yeah. Now he's gonna pick them up.
He's gonna catch in both, I'd assume.
Wait, no. He's gonna drink. Yeah, drink the empty bottle. Drinking empty bottle will refill your heart, and this is a VC exclusive. You can only do this on VC.
I'm pretty sure drinking bugs is allowed in bingo.
No. Empty bottle. It is allowed. Oh, nice. He's going over it. It's allowed. Yeah, but it's only 1.2. It's like one of the only version exclusive glitches that are allowed because it doesn't make or break, a game here. So
right.
Archie doing the same thing. He's getting he's starting his RVA, getting extra pose that he lost a lot of them early on. So now he's got 29 bomb shoes in his inventory, as you can see as well.
Yeah, for those of you keeping track, I would not drink bugs in real life. I just don't think I wouldn't condone that. I don't think that's wise.
Yeah, me neither. I don't think that is a wise choice. RG will be picking up his green gauntlets very quickly here. You'll see as soon as the nighttime comes, he'll be picking up his green gauntlets. So. And
Symarth did, to get bottle on B for Symarth, he did that trick with the explosive, but Runner Guy used water. And when you are able to pull sword at a certain frame before entering water when you had a bottle out, it's the same thing as before we're entering that explosion state. And so Runner Guy can get a bottle on his B button that way. And the first thing he did was he caught bugs on B when he had the pocket egg on C, right?
So
and
he's got green gauntlets.
No, that's with pocket. That's pocket Cucko. So he has to RBA one more time.
Oh, he didn't. Okay, here it is.
Now he's got it.
I'll mark for him.
So now you'll notice Runner Guy's gauntlets are literally green.
You can see right there his gauntlets are green, so you can see he's got green gauntlets. Now he has strength, equivalent to gold gauntlets strength. So,
and now that I'm looking at it, yeah, I don't know. Column 1's not terrible if you were doing a bingo. It's not awful.
It's not awful.
It's not great.
7 unused keys. So I know Symarth would probably do something really insane, like he would do.
I'm talking about column 1, not row 1.
I'm sorry. Oh, column 1. You're right.
You good?
Column
you
1,
good.
Yeah. Column 1.
The back in time isn't great.
Right, and I hate magic beans. Magic beans are awful.
But yeah, magic beans, unfortunate.
So I can see the way I know Symarth. I feel like I know him. He's gonna do a very interesting. He's gonna do a wrong warp from DC to Garuda Training Grounds to get the keys in GTG to get 7 unused keys. I can see that. So
and Runner Guy is the first thing is you might notice he's being very careful about the bombs and his C slots, because when you go adult for the first time, the game assumes some items that you can have as child that you can also have as adult to fill in your C inventory. And one of those things is bombs, even if you don't have them. So Runner Guy has a fake bomb icon on one of his C slots right now, but he doesn't have a bomb bag. So he's going to RBA Kajiro a bit later to get a bomb bag, and then he'll be able to use that slot if he also has a bottle. I would think so. He's been really careful about manipulating that C slot, so I would imagine he's doing that.
Isn't that going to delete his strength, though? Is it only with fish?
No, that'll delete his strength if he does that.
Right.
Yeah, he's equipping over it, I would assume. Yeah, he just equipped over it. Okay,
right, so,
yeah, he just realized.
Yeah, he was gonna. I knew he was gonna do it. And I'm like, wait a second, he's gonna lose his strength, and that's one of the things he can't RBA Kajiro because it'll delete his green gauntlets, and then he wouldn't be able to get that goal. He actually would be. He wouldn't even be able to complete it at all. Like he would actually be done. Like this would be over. He wouldn't be able to finish because he can't go back. He'll have to complete it unless he saved prior to doing this, which he probably did.
Ooh, that dodge into that fire.
Rolled right under. I was like, all right, he's gonna roll. He's gonna go for it. He's gonna risk it.
So I think I want to see some numbers in the chat. Do we want to see like a 46, a 47, 48, 49, 50? What are we looking at here?
I see 48. I see a 50, a 51, a 49.
I want to see some more numbers.
Really good.
I think we're gonna see a
47. Like 49.
I'm thinking 47. I trust my boy.
49.
Oh, 48.
49.
It's
a 49. It's a 49. The Ocho always knows. He always knows.
I like the post just numbers. I like that.
Give me my bones. Gimme.
Gimme. So, Runner Guy picking up the hook shot. Undeniably a very useful item in Bingo and in really anything else Ocarina of Time related. Definitely.
So, me and Adef, we're going through bingo cards for this. And we came across this card, and I really liked it. I liked the fact that it goes, you got to pick up so many skulls, you got to do a lot of inventory and item management. However, what I really wanted to see, that doesn't look good.
Yeah, he's going for a West here.
What I really wanted to see was RG do Quiver 50, right? Because if you guys know me, that is my goal. That is the goal for that is.
It's such a bad goal. It's such a bad goal.
It's so good. It's so good watching people fail it. So RG is actually going to do a trick called hookshot jump. Where I don't even know how to explain what hookshot jump does, but basically you're going to use the hookshot to propel yourself a lot higher than normal, and this is the way this kind of replaced what was called teleport super slide, which was another trick that was basically used to get into Shadow early. Getting to Shadow early was definitely one of the more game-breaking glitches because it allowed you to access hover boots extremely early. And before hookshot teleport, you used bombs to just hover up there. Then hookshot super slide teleport came, and now we use this hookshot jump, which saves an explosive here. So.
And an interesting question was asked in the chat. Can you unmark a goal like 30 Deku sticks? And yes, you can. If you use one, you have to get rid of the goal. And then when you pick up another Deku stick drop, you can remark the goal. So you need exactly 30.
Yep.
And you need all the goals actually completed to be done.
To be complete, yep. So,
and Runner Guy in Shadow Temple right now, we're going to hopefully see a one-cycle dead hand fight.
I'm going to say he's not going to get it.
I'm gonna say he's gonna get it. I think he's feeling good right now after that 4-9.
He ain't gonna get it.
So he's manipulating Dead Hand a little bit to get him to move away from the hands when he hits him the second time here.
He's gonna get it.
Yeah, he got it. He jump slashed pretty late actually, but gave him the solid double hit.
I didn't want him to get it.
I know you didn't.
I know. Yeah.
And Cymarth going for a Hess here. Also, yeah, so he's trying to Hess to the long range heart piece.
He was playing with fire though. He was playing with fire that could have killed him.
So what Cymarth is doing here is a trick called Hyper Extended Super Slide, or Hess. And Hyper Extended Super Slide is one of the fastest movement forms in the game. And it is basically, I think Wes is faster.
Is it?
I think Wes is slightly faster than Hess, if I'm not mistaken. They might be the same speed. Somebody in chat can correct me on that.
I think they're the same speed.
But anyway, so basically what it is he's holding that ESS position I was talking about earlier at a specific frame, rolling through damage, and can work with any kind of damage. And you can hold this ESS position and while targeting, move really quickly backwards in that direction. Wes is slower. Okay, so hyperextended super slider Hess is the fastest movement form, and Wes or water extended super slide is the second fastest. And Wes is that trick that you see in all Ocarina of Time runs where runners are going to Kakariko at the beginning and they jump slash through the water and are able to move really fast. That's Wes.
Oh, right. The speed is variable based on how you jump. You get out the water. You can get a very slow Wes. You can even get a slow Hess if you drop it for 1 frame. If you drop your ESS for 1 frame and you pick it back up, you can get a slower Hess.
Oh yeah, and Simarth's got.
Is he doing a ground clip?
To get out of Lon?
Wait, what is he? Wait, what is this? He is, bro. Oh my god, I swear it has to be.
He is, yeah, with bomb shoes. Or he's getting up on the. Is he getting up on the fence?
No, this is.
He might be escaping.
He did. He's next level. This guy's next level. Nah, he's. Oh my god.
So
Simarth is next level. Come on.
Simarth is a complete goon, and like everybody should just realize that right now.
Goon squad right here. Yo, that's goon strats if I've ever seen. Oh my god. No one does these strats, which is why Simarth is such an entertaining runner to watch. The strats that no one does them. Nobody does these strats.
He loves these child-only ridiculous strats that often probably don't save any time.
Right. So while it may look like, you know, Simarth is winning, and I say that in quotes because he's got 3 goals, it can change in seconds because Archie's working on Skulls in Shadow right now. So, and he's working on Skulls in Adult Dungeon as well as that. So it's really a lot of back and forth, and Shadow Temple boss key. So RG's about to get a lot of goals very quickly. Quickly. So he's about to get Shadow Temple boss key, and is all 5 skulls Shadow skulls there?
No, just the one, I think. The one for the adult.
So he's gonna get his 1 skull for the adult dungeon.
Simarth is about to do one of my least favorite tricks.
No, he's gonna do the side flip hovers.
Yeah, he's not even doing the easy one on the wall. He's doing the side flips.
Oh my god.
So Simarth is gonna do that trick we saw earlier called hovering, where you have ISG and shield damage in the air, but he's doing it with something called side flips, which is where you backflip out of a side roll, and you do this to gain distance, and he's gonna try to kill this Skulltula, which you typically need the boomerang for.
He's an absolute nut. Oh my god.
He's probably gonna just take damage from the Skulltula for this last hover without the bomb shoe.
No, he's gonna kill it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, kill it with the bomb shoe. He's not there.
Oh! Turn around. Yes,
Yay!
You got it. So not only does side flip hovers give you horizontal distance, it also gives you height. So it's just like it's an insane. And then he's going to GTG. He's gonna do a cucko jump to get over to GTG. Oh wait, he's not.
He's getting the heart pieces.
He's gonna heart. Oh, he's gonna get it. He's gonna get the heart pieces, and he's gonna void, and then he's gonna do it. Yes.
Because he needs the skull down here as well.
Yes, he does. He does.
So Simarth probably gonna. He's not. He's gonna do the jump slash, I guess, because the Cucko's gonna be gone.
Yeah.
So he's gonna jump slash down this ledge.
Oh. This is a very. There it is.
He got it. All right, so now he's gonna get these. This Skulltula right here.
RG just got a Shadow Temple boss key.
Word.
So RG.
And you probably saw RG go through the wall there. Typically, you need Din's Fire to get rid of those spike walls that are closing in. But if you go up to the Redead, he can freeze you, and you just go right through. Because the wall has a small physical component. It's mostly just the damage of the spikes.
Yes. So, he's getting his skull.
And I would imagine he's gonna go beat Bongo.
He's gonna beat Bongo. He doesn't have Neru's love, so RG is gonna have to do this low health. So if he dies,
he also doesn't have bombs, so he can't do the cutscene skip.
He can't do the cutscene skip. He can't do 1.0 fast bongo, which is exclusive to 1.0. Another trick that's not banned. That's not a version exclusive trick that isn't banned. Oh my god, Monk has SGDC. He might.
Did he have glitch health?
I think he did. From the.
He has a fairy. He has a fairy.
He has a. Of course, he has a. Of course, he got a fairy. Of course, I want him to void.
I think he got the fairy initially for Doom Jump.
He might have, but he might got a lot. Oh my god.
So one thing about Shadow Temple Boss Key is even if you use it, you still have it in your inventory. So it's okay to use the Shadow Temple Boss Key and still mark the goal. And Cymarth now going to Lake Hylia, I guess, for the skulls instead of voiding out to get back up to training grounds.
That's interesting. I thought he would.
And he
as a child.
No, I don't think Runner Guy is not gonna.
Equip swap.
He's not gonna beat the dungeon because he doesn't have to.
He's just gonna
get the heart container
because he's got to get. He's working now. He's also working on another goal, 9 hearts. So now he's routing in getting a heart container, which is the easiest way to pick up an extra heart. He got the ISG. All right, he's good. He's good. He's good.
All right, we good.
He's good. No death. No death. No death. If he got hit, oh my god. Oh.
So another thing about infinite sword glitch, the glitch we were talking about earlier where you interrupt a crouch stab, is your sword is infinitely swinging, and it maintains the damage of your last attack before the crouch stab. So Runner Guy did a jump slash, which is the strongest sword attack as adult, without the big Goron sword.
Yeah.
And it's the strongest. And so then he stored that attack with his crouch stab, then got ISG, so his sword was infinitely swinging adult level crouch stabs, adult level jump slashes.
Which is equivalent to that value of 4. Master jump slash is 4, which is also the same value as Deku's sick jump slash, evidently.
And so he could destroy Bongo really quickly.
Really quick.
And obviously ISG is a result of this and the ability to hover, which is a direct result of infinitely swinging your sword. Both of those are super useful. And Cymarth trying to kill the Skulltula with a bomb chew because he's a nut. This is live.
This is live. We are live. So yeah, so RG, you see RG is already adult, and Cymarth is doing a lot of he missed the Skulltula token.
To be fair, that jump slash is awful.
It's so terrible. It's so precise because you have to recoil and catch it. It's bad. It's bad.
So ya done goofed, which by the way, excellent username. So he has to get 1 Skulltula from each adult dungeon for that goal. So he has his 1 from Shadow Temple.
Shadow, so he has to get 1 more from Spirit, Fire, Forest, on Water. So.
And then he'll also have to get 1 from each child dungeon for the goal that's right next to that in column 5 or row 5.
And many people, oh my god, he's getting trolled.
This trick Cymarth is trying to do looks really easy, but it's really dumb.
It's really easy when it wants to work, but when it doesn't want to work, it's annoying.
And I think he's gonna take this owl.
Yeah, he should be taking this owl to
in front of the castle. In front of Market, yeah.
So RG.
So Runner Guy now getting Sun Song.
Song, yep. I'm surprised he actually played the song, to be honest. Normally, so what you would do, and this was found out fairly recently, I would say in the last year or so. If you load, similar to if you ever seen, you can load and unload the beams in Ganon's castle by entering and exiting a trial. If you load and unload the graveyard a certain number of times, you will unload graves, and I believe the golden number with no type of setup is 19 loads and unloads, and that would skip having to play the song, having to play ZL, and getting and going through this cutscene. But he did opt to play the cutscene, so
it's not a whole lot faster, but it is faster.
It is faster, right? So
is it actually on N64? Is it faster?
Actually, I would think it's faster because I feel like that cutscene has like 90,000 frames of lag. Yeah, that's fair. I would assume.
So Cymarth ready to go adult after how long? Almost an hour?
An hour, just about an hour of child stuff.
And Runner Guy's been adult for like 30 minutes.
He's got a lot of goals complete setup. He's done a lot of setup is really what he did. So as you see, Cymarth already has magic. So getting double defenses as open as soon as he's adult. As soon as he gets pocket cuckle, he can get double defense, or he can just clip into it, to the block. RG picking up his 3rd song as well, so It's looking pretty nice right now, I would say.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
So now, luckily, since we're playing on the Japanese version, this cutscene, Master Sword cutscene, is brutally long. Not as long as Lax. I think it's the second longest, if I'm not mistaken.
Forest Temple cutscene?
Oh, never mind. You're right. Forest Temple cutscene is the longest.
No, Lax is the longest.
I mean, the second longest, right?
Yeah, I think Lax on English is 8 minutes,
Oh,
and I think Forest Temple is 6.
yeah, I think it's 6 minutes.
That's on English though. I don't know the J timing.
Yeah, on J time it's significantly slower, quicker rather.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's not. There really isn't much going on. It's just a lot of overworld running back and forth. RG, what is he setting up for right now? So he picked up. You get a heart piece, right?
Yeah, he just got the Sun Song Grave heart piece.
I'm surprised he didn't go for. See, me personally, I don't went for this heart piece
and the box,
heart piece, the box, Dampe heart piece, and the one above Windmill. I mean, the one in Windmill and the one by the cow house.
I agree.
Those have been a heart piece I would have taken. Because they're
not. So the box one,
streamlined.
especially with hookshot jump, is really fast.
Exactly. So back in the day, that wouldn't really even ever be a viable one, but it looks like he's going for the house one.
This is one of the fastest heart pieces in the game.
Yes, this is definitely one of the fastest one in the game. I feel like people have forgotten about the hookshot jump one, and people forget about the windmill heart. I mean, let's see if he's going for the windmill heart piece.
I would imagine he needs Song of Storms anyway.
He's absolutely going for it.
Because he needs Song of Storms for the all 4 market skulls.
Exactly. So it makes sense to get the song, and he's also gonna he's just gonna Ocarina. So
well, he doesn't have Ocarina yet. Is an interesting difference between Cymarth and Runner Guy is if you remember at the very beginning when Runner Guy went through the Lost Woods and Cymarth instead went through Hyrule Field to get to Kak. Cymarth now has the Ocarina, so it's really fast and easy for him to play songs, but Runner Guy has to do a trick called Ocarina items every time.
So every time he has to play a song or he has to set up that requires him to have his Ocarina out, he has to drop his bugs, catch them, backflip, press the bugs in his sword, and then it'll trigger that he has an Ocarina. So that will slow him down just ever so slightly.
And it actually builds up over the course of the run, honestly.
Exactly.
Sometimes it's very worth it to get the Ocarina if you're going to be playing a lot of songs.
Mm-hmm.
So we had a question in the chat, if you guys don't mind.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
So for Blackout Bingo, is 25 squares the only type of board, or are there other boards?
Actually,
there are homebrewed types with more goals.
Right. There's a hexa bingo, I believe.
Hex Bingo is made by Test Runner, I think.
Right. Test Runner made hex bingo, which it's basically a hexagonal card that has synergy with
it's impossible to explain.
It has 5 easy goals, 4 medium goals, and 3 really long goals. So that's how that evens out. So there are kind of other variants, but this is the most standard version. If someone says doing a blackout,
I can't remember who made it, and hopefully Numberplay will be able to hit me with the name in chat or some other bingo goon in there. But there is a homebrewed bingo type with a lot more than 25 goals, and it's from way back in the day. It has a lot more, and it's called like Big Bingo, I think.
Oh my god, yes! Oh man, that's old. Oh my, Big Bingo.
And Big Bingo has a lot more goals.
A lot.
50, 100.
I think it was 50-50 card.
And Cymarth has done Big Bingo.
Yes.
I know this for a fact.
Yes. So the RGs realize he needs
7x7 exists too. 7x7 can be used, but the ones that are supported on Speedruns Live specifically are just the 5x5 cards.
Yeah. So what you'll see in there's a lot of variants. So there's Blackout and there's Team Blackout, which is actually another very fun game mode. Where you work with a team to complete them. So something like if I had a lot of child goals and Cymarth was on my team, I'd want Cymarth to do the majority of them because I know that's his strength. So you play to your strength in a team bingo, team blackout bingo, which is really, really cool. There's so many different types of game modes in bingo here. So RG getting his skulls in DC, getting a skull in DC rather, because he only has to get one, right? Yeah, one skull.
Yeah.
So he's gonna get this one skull, and he's also going to do the what's called. It's a hookshot death jump. I'm not gonna say the other name.
What? But the other name is the name.
I mean, I don't know. I heard a lot of controversy behind this, so
The trick you're looking at is called Doom Jump. What it is he interrupts a hook shot against that ladder on a specific frame that he dies from the lava below him. And then he has a fairy to revive him, but while he's dead, he's flying through the sky and lands on that bridge.
Yes.
And so it's a really cool way to get bombs very quickly.
This skips the half of this dungeon, fighting the lizard foes, climbing up, skips all of that. So, and I believe he's gonna backtrack here, go through the temple backward, or the dungeon backwards, to pick. Yes, safety. No, wait, no, he's not.
My boy, you done goofed with another question. There are bingo variants for other games as well. There's lots of Pokemon bingo. There's other bingo for other Zelda games. There's Super Metroid bingo.
There's Odyssey. There's SMO,
yeah, Odyssey bingo.
There's Sunshine. There's DK64. There's Super Mario 64. There's a lot. So, you know, basically
LTTP's a little
difficult,
a little over encumbered by randomizer at the moment. I would say.
I would say pretty much if any game where you can do massive sequence breaking, you can probably develop a bingo for it.
And if you wanted to do a bingo glitchless, you can. Any of these things. Well, there are some RDA specific goals.
Right. So like,
but
if you have
the majority of the goals you can do. If you just want to play the game with your current knowledge, you can. So, and like I said before, anyone can bingo.
So RG got a nice little cheeky skip here, where interrupting the cutscene of that blue block being triggered by using Navi from the keys will keep that door open longer. Usually you need to have it's one of those pressure sensitive switches where you need to have constant like a block on top of it to keep it, pressed. By using that little cheeky skip, it remains open just long enough for him to jump up and get right through it. And
so I can imagine RG is gonna maybe do DC skip or DC
looks
to
like he's
GDG.
Gonna do DC.
He does not have a fish.
I don't think
he might not, since he has to get GV skulls anyway.
Yeah, I don't think
I would imagine he won't actually. He'll just get the heart container.
He's gonna get the heart container. And he's gonna beat that.
And he has to get both Gruder's Fortress area skulls anyway. I don't think he's gonna wrong warp here. There is a wrong warp, which is, I'm sure, a trick many of you are familiar with, where you're able to interrupt a blue warp and then do something else like die or open a door at the same frame the blue warp activates, and it'll take you somewhere else, hence wrong warp. And there is one from Dodongo's Cavern into Gerudo Training Grounds. And it's pretty popular in Bingo because it saves having to walk all the way from DC over to Gerudo Training Grounds. But Runner Guy just needs so much stuff along the way that it's not worth it.
It doesn't make sense. Oh, Simoth getting absolutely flamed by Dampe here. We're looking at like 50. We're looking at a 50.
I'm thinking 52.
No, 52. Yeah, we're looking at. Okay, that's gonna be 54. Slow climb. I'm calling it 54.
He only was 2 seconds from slow climb. Oh my god, this is slow actually.
Oh my god, this might be like 56. No,
54. It's 54. You're right.
54.
You're right.
Ocho, yeah, come on. Ocho never wrong, man. Come on, son. You gotta give me these.
Simarth is purple and Runner Guy is green, just so everyone knows. And we'll keep reminding of that.
Yes.
So Runner Guy has 6 hearts, so he's well on his way to 9.
Yes. And
he's getting.
Did he get the skull? He's getting this skull. He's just gonna get.
Yeah, I guess he didn't get the other one.
He didn't get the one on top, so he's gonna get this one. Which I
Yeah, it's not slow.
No,
but
it's not.
And save warping, I guess, faster on N64. I don't know.
It is definitely
could be argued that right there you could just walk out.
Nah, it's faster. It's definitely significantly faster. Going through
Steinmarth doing a Song of Time block skip.
So you don't have Song of Time, so you can't normally get past this, but using a bomb, you literally just squeeze right through the corner of the wall.
Just a little
believe he's gonna get the
squeeze.
little squeeze. He's gonna get the windmill heart piece. Yes, one of my favorite heart pieces. As you can also see, Simonth also has his green gauntlets.
I got that. Thank you. Thank you to everyone who's keeping us up to date on which gauntlets and which goals people have completed. Figure and I are just two guys trying to commentate. So if you see goals, feel free to call them out, and we'll take a peek.
Yes.
This is a community engagement.
Effort. Yes, absolutely.
And Runner Guy's going up, trying to beat the day-night cycle here because there are a few nighttime exclusive skulls. So he's going to get this one in the boulder. There we go. And he's going to backflip in without having... He has a strength upgrade, so he could pick it up if he
could have
wanted
picked
to.
it up, yeah. He really could have picked that up if he wanted to.
Or is that hammer only?
No, if you have gauntlets, you can pick them. You can pick up anything. I'm
Pick up this
surprised.
one also?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like,
I've just never thought about doing that.
he's gonna do something. Oh, he's not. Is he not gonna? Oh,
He got it anyway.
He just did it.
I'm not sure if you can pick that up. I think you might need hammer for that. I don't really know for sure, but maybe.
So Timar asks, what's Green Gauntlet? Green Gauntlet, as we explained a little bit earlier, if you had missed it, it is utilizing another glitch called Reverse Bottle Adventure, and it is a colored gauntlet that gives you strength basically by using the Pocket Cucko. It is equivalent to strength as the gold gauntlets. There are different types of colored gauntlets. Green would be one, bronze would be the other, and blue would be the last of the colored gauntlets outside of your normal in-game that you pick up in-game through silver and with silver and gold. Different strength upgrades point to it. So
also, we got a question in chat here from a bit ago that says basically
hammer only for red. Okay.
Hammer only for red. Okay, that's what I thought. So the question here was, does Spirit Temple only need one Skulltula picked up to satisfy both bingo squares, or do you distinguish that one that needs to be grabbed from child and the one from adult? So Spirit Temple is classified as an adult dungeon, even though there is a child portion. And so one Skulltula from each adult dungeon includes Spirit Temple, and one Skulltula from each child dungeon does not include Spirit Temple.
So anything child, if they say child dungeon, it really should say it from each temple.
Yeah, that could probably be good.
Yeah, that'll probably be better wording because they're child dungeons and they're temples as adult. So child dungeons would point to Deku Tree, Dodongo's Cavern, and Jabu Jabu, right? And those would satisfy one Skulltula from each child dungeon, and one Skulltula from each adult dungeon would just be all the temples. I feel like all that really should be reworded because all adult dungeons can kind of mean every dungeon and includes Ice Cavern because technically that is a dungeon. Technically,
I think the only difference is we're using the clarification or the classification made by the category all dungeons.
Yeah.
And so in all dungeons, Bottom of the Well and Ice Cavern are not dungeons
because they don't have a completion.
Right, they don't have like a blue warp, they don't have a boss necessarily, cool. So there is no need to get a Skulltula from there to complete those specific goals.
What the heck? Oh my god!
He activated
the Goron and got through. That's pretty crazy. If he actually wanted to if he had a tunic goal, that would actually have been nuts. That would have been nuts right there.
He just has to get a Skulltula from Fire Temple, I believe.
So RG's doing something here called damage buffering, which if you interrupt taking damage by pulling out either Ocarina, you see it mostly common with the Ocarina, but if you can also do it with an item that you hold over your head, and that will also damage buffer. So if you need to be low health, that's one of the quickest ways to become low health.
And he needs low health here for Bolero cutscene skip, so he's gonna take damage. This is looking iffy here. I don't know what he's doing here.
He's doing Deathless.
He's doing Deathless, yeah.
If he fails this, I'm giving him. Wait.
He's doing Timer.
Timer. Side hop.
He got it.
Yep, very nice.
So he died, or expired the timer and entered the cutscene at the same time, which gave him the song that skipped the cutscene.
Very, very nice. So, and this is what I'm talking about. You don't see. Oh no, Cymarth definitely avoided.
What a nut!
Yikes.
He was trying to do the truth spinner skip.
He's trying to skip this truth spinner.
So he does not have to do this thing that he's doing right now.
He doesn't.
He has hover boots, so he can just do the truth spinner. But again, as we stated, Cymarth's a complete nut.
There it is. All right, sorry. Pause buffer here. So what I was saying again, Bingo's really oh god, no. He's gonna do it. He's not gonna do it. He's gonna give up. He's gonna give up.
No, of course he's not gonna give up.
No, he's not. Because why would he? Why would he? He's just gonna kill himself and start over again. Right. Of course.
Cymarth is a goon.
Yeah.
Through and through. There is nothing that will change that.
Why did I think?
Some people will be like, man, I've messed this trick up a few times. I might as well
let's
just
go.
do the truth spinner.
No,
But not him.
But yeah, Bingo's it really does showcase things that you do not see in regular runs, normal, you're 100%, you're all dungeons. You get to touch a little bit on RBA in all dungeons, but you really don't get to see it. You don't really get to.
Why
touch
did he
it
kill
much.
himself just to do the truth spinner?
I have no idea. Maybe RNG manipulation. If he gets first try here, I will give him huge points for that. Oh
There you
my!
go.
I'm done. I'm leaving. All right, guys. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. A definitely will take it over from here.
Yeah, I got this.
Yeah, he's got it. Yeah, I'm out. I can't. He's absolutely a goon. I can't. There's nothing more. There's nothing more I can say. He really killed himself to manipulate RNG. I'm done.
Just so everyone is clear, this is not an RNG manipulation method. We
It's
just
not.
have literally no idea why Cymarth did what he just did.
It's not.
But we're gonna chalk it up to he just knows something we don't.
Right.
Because he evidently does. Also, a little good fact for you little Game Informer people out there, you little people looking to know some guides, some interesting stuff. The truth spinner only is ever activated by the back 3 torches. So don't even try those front 2, you silly little boy. Don't even do it.
They never work. I can't. I honestly, I'm still in shock. I don't know about you guys. I'm still in shock.
Yeah, I think just in case you're writing like a good old game facts walkthrough, just hit somebody with that fat knowledge that dying makes the RNG manipulation work.
Clearly,
And
yeah.
Goon is my go-to word. We're just gonna work with that.
I don't know. And with that, ZFG just PB'd and lowered world record. So congrats to him. Shout out to
Congrats to ZFG.
That it is a very powerful day in OOT.
Very powerful day in Ocarina of Time.
Actually, I'd say a powerful month because it's been we've broken this game even further with new tricks still being found, and still being explored. It's really been opened up further than I'd imagine.
And one thing we definitely should talk about is that Bingo evolves so much, and new tricks are found and Bingo becomes faster. And then what the community does is the community really has control over what goals are in a specific version of Bingo. So the Bingo version has a large cache of goals that interact with each other to form a card anytime you refresh the page and get a new seat. And so we recently, just last week actually, or 2 weeks ago, last week, finished updating to 9.3. So it's the 9th version of Bingo, and it's the 3rd edition of the 9th version. That's a mouthful.
It hasn't even been a week. Today's what, Thursday? Wednesday? Thursday? Wednesday.
It's Wednesday today, so it's Sunday, I think, when it was updated.
They dropped it on Saturday. For
Saturday.
Yeah, for ESND.
So this is fresh.
Saturday.
This is fresh.
Fresh. These goals are fresh.
So a lot of these goals are from older, versions. A lot of these goals have been around for a long time, but some of these are fresh. Not necessarily on this card, I don't think, but 9.3 is new.
Yes.
So Bingo evolves as the game evolves, and that's a really interesting thing because, a lot of categories are pretty stagnant, but this one is steadfast. Like, we can change it when we want.
So it's definitely, we definitely Simon picked up his adult dungeon, his Shadow Temple for his one adult dungeon. He's working on that.
Runner guy doing an interesting minuet of forest cutscene skip here, where he is gonna void out by voiding out below the area. I think he was I don't think that worked. I think he was not. We didn't even mark Shadow Temple Blasky.
No. I got it. I just got it.
Thank you. So he's going to try to void out and enter the cutscene at the same time, because the cutscene's activation region is really tall and stretches below the map as well. And so he's going to try to, void out as he hits that and skip the cutscene without dying. So he gets a trick there called Down A. You'll see his buttons are dimmed. It's basically interrupting getting on a ladder with damage.
This is such a silly trick. Oh,
it is so silly.
At this point,
I would just do the regular, honestly.
Don't do it. Don't do it. That moblin. That moblin
Yeah.
mean. All right. Oh, the moblin.
Oh,
Oh,
no!
God. That scared me.
I think you're going off right now.
It even scared me. Oh, my God. Even the moblin scared me. Yo, I really thought he was good. I thought he was fine.
Sometimes that Moblin's got a good nose.
Yo, he sniffs you out like, whew. I can smell him.
Okay.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, Simon, he's got his Shadow Temple boss key. He's going to walk right through the door. And RG damage buffering. Very nice. Half a heart.
Don't over buffer.
Boom. Okay, he's good. Hold back.
Does RG have all 8 Death Mountain skulls? I think he does.
I think so.
No,
actually.
you know what? No, he doesn't. He didn't pick up the one in the child
in the
boulder
child boulder. Yeah.
because he didn't have enough shoes. Speedwagon. Got some JoJo's fans. That's good. That's good. Always good.
All right.
So a question. In general, with like a blackout bingo, do you expect them to kill like most of the bosses and all the temples and the child dungeons, or they don't really need to?
No. It really depends. It's all dependent on what you have, what goals you have to do. So, you generally want to avoid bosses if you don't have to. It really depends. So Bongo, in this instance, it's really useful. You're already deep into Shadow. You've got everything you need. So, and you've got the boss key. So it's just a simple hop and a skip. But for stuff like if you have no business in DC in the Dongo's Cavern, you have no you shouldn't even go there. Maybe the only time you might even suggest it is if you have a Gerudo goal and maybe a heart goal, and maybe you might want to. But all in all, I kind of like to avoid dungeons when I can, just because traversing through some of them can be very slow. So.
Yeah, I would say really the only reasons is if a goal requires you to beat the boss,
there, right.
or you need hearts,
or you have to go deep into the dungeon,
right?
Where like if you have to collect skulls, then yes, it makes sense. So for instance, being DC was it was pretty useful because you had to get a skull. Oh, actually no, you didn't really need to. So
he was just getting the heart container.
There. Yeah, getting the heart container. He was already in there because he did have to get a skull there. So it's not that hard if you do Doom Jump. It's not a huge time waster.
Right,
So.
and he needed bombs, he needed a skull, and
exactly.
a heart container, as Figure said earlier, is way faster than getting 4 heart pieces, obviously, because it's 1 heart container instead of having to collect 4 items. So typically, if, for a boss like King Dodongo, which is pretty quick, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
A boss like Twin Rova, on the other hand, really out of the way. And Twin Rova, if I'm not mistaken, is the only boss in the game which requires you to have... No, you need Boomerang for Jabu. Yeah. Okay, so Baronade and Twin Rova are the only 2 bosses in the game which require you to use the dungeon item. And because you can kill like Phantom Ganon with the hook shot.
Megaton Falagia.
You right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you know what? I'm just gonna stop.
Yeah. Yeah. I got your back. That's all. I was adding on. Right.
We're
exactly.
Team.
So we work together. I just finished your sentence. When you reach that point, you finish each other's sentences. That's how it is.
So they got green gauntlets because they had the Goron bracelet, and then RBA'd Pocket Cucko on C right, which manipulated their strength upgrade, and it wrote, it said, okay, what strength upgrade do they have? They have Goron bracelet. All right, we'll give them green gauntlets, and that is a little oversimplified, but the trick's a little nutty.
Did RG get a sturdy Deku sticks? I've seen that in chat.
He RBA'd has he RBA'd a fairy?
I don't think so because he burned one. He burned it. I'm pretty
Yeah, he
sure.
burned it in doing Doom Jump.
Yeah, I don't think he has 30 Deku.
I don't think he has them. If he does, we can just see next time he pauses.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll double check.
What is Cymarth doing right now?
He's
trying to do a hookshot jump.
Why don't you? He could just literally stand straight in front of it and just hold left.
So runner guy needs iron boots, and that's all he needs from this dungeon. He could get the heart piece if he wanted, but it's a little out of the way.
Yeah, it's out of the way. Yeah, I wouldn't.
So
I mean,
he's
it's
just
not
grabbing
terrible.
No, it's not awful. Wow, he's not clipping. I think he was a frame too early.
buffers. I'm trying.
So what he's doing here, he's doing a recoil here, a recoil crouch stab, and then equipping hover boots on a certain frame of movement. And the hover boots are really great because they retain your speed really well. So if you do something really fast and then equip hover boots, you can hold that speed. He's going to do a gainer here. Gainers are great. Forward-facing backflip. That's a thing you can do in real life if you want to.
Yeah.
You can go to a diving board and just do a little forward-facing backflip if you feel comfortable with that.
Right, and you don't risk your life for breaking your neck. It's right.
Runner guy doing a trick here called ground jump. So if you shield an explosion while grabbing it, you can get this little jumpy jump,
a little hoppy hop,
a little hoppy skip, and you can get up a little higher than you usually can.
You can get. He does. All right. We'll see him. Can we get what time do you have for Simarth here? What time do you? I
think we're looking at
I'm gonna say 48.
I think 49.
I think 49 as well, but I'm gonna stick with 48. Let me see.
That's pretty fast. No, it'll be a 49.
It's gonna be 50 actually.
It's gonna be 50.
I know.
Yeah, so Runner Guy's gonna be doing this the solo bingo at SGDQ. And so he will be doing one row or column instead of this full blackout thing. So that'll take about an hour and a half probably instead of this length. But to showcase bingo in general, Runner Guy is doing this blackout and invited Simarth to be the other racer.
Tell him about what RG has done right here by taking damage from this wolf. What is he planning to do here?
So Runner Guy, we've seen him skip a few cutscenes by either dying or voiding out when he activates the cutscene. So this one he's about to do is a little persnickety. So many of you may know that when you...
Persnickety.
It's the word of the day. So many of you may know that when you open the Iron Boots chest, Sheik comes afterwards and gives you the Serenade of Water.
Not
if you die, not Impa, Sheik. If you die on the same frame that you open the Iron Boots chest from an explosion or something like that, usually an explosion, I don't know how else you would do it, you can then skip the Serenade of Water cutscene. And an interesting thing about song cutscenes is the moment the song cutscene starts, you instantly have the song in your inventory. The whole play the song to get it thing is a complete facade.
Yeah.
And so dying on this first frame like this is totally cool, and you can get the Serenade of Water. But he's just trying to get the Iron Boots and then skip the cutscene.
All right, so it's the second frame of the explosion, which you... Oh, no! What did he do? Oh, no! He knows. Ah!
Whoa, buddy! No! He was a frame early.
No, he's dead. He's dead. Look at his health.
No, but he's going to survive the cutscene, I bet you anything.
Is he?
No! What a god!
He's a legend! Ah! He's a legend! Oh my god! What the... Oh my god! Ah!
What a legend!
Oh my god! Yo, my chest! Oh my god! Yo, I wish I could see his heart rate right now. I wish I could see RG's heart rate monitor right now.
That was smart! What he just did.
I can't believe it.
I want to know why he pulled out the pocket gun.
He had to have fat-fingered it.
Fat-fingered it. Yeah, he fat-fingered it.
It's the only thing I can think of.
Fat-fingered from the pause button on N64, though? I'm intrigued. I gotta know about this.
I feel like he probably presses the A button with not the tip of his finger, but
the back. Yeah.
So he might have been spamming that, and he might have. Yo, I can't believe he did that.
To be fair, that trick is stressful because it's one frame, and if you miss it, you have to go.
You gotta go all the way back.
The reason I thought he didn't get it is because it's possible if you're a frame early to be dead while the cutscene is playing.
Yeah.
All right, so for the uninitiated, can you guys please explain a little bit more clear why you guys were screaming like little girls?
Okay.
Yeah. Figure you want to take this one?
Got you. So in that skip, normally on the second frame of explosion, you mash A, you open the chest, it plays its your normal chest opening cutscene, you get Iron Boots, and the cutscene plays. He did that, however, on the frame he was supposed to just mash A and open it, he pressed C down and he got the pocket Coco, which normally, as I spoke about damage buffering, he damage buffered down to no hearts. But somehow, which I've never seen before, he was able to put it away, pause, and still mash with having enough time to open the chest. Somehow also kind of skip the the normal chest opening animation, and still got the song and still got the iron boots. And
I
didn't have to go all
think
the
the
way
reason
back.
it was possible was because he pulled out the Cucko with 1 frame left.
Yeah, that
And
had
so
to be
actually he buffered the last frame with the
yeah.
Cucko. But what that means is that he frame perfectly paused after the text box closed. He was mashing start and pressed B and mashed start so perfectly that he paused without advancing any frames. So
Surprised he didn't body
basically,
on that.
in summation, Runner Guy's a god.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sounds good.
Pretty much, yeah. So now Runner Guy's gonna do a fairly newish type of trick. He's gonna get FW for his win now.
And Darkman, feel free to chime in anytime when it feels like the explanation.
Go ahead.
And Figure and I will be able to give it a little.
Yeah, a little more insight.
Yeah.
So what
We've
he
both
was
been
going
playing
to
the game
do-
a long time, so we just like
Yeah.
brainy about this nonsense.
And seeing stuff like that is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
So what you had seen him doing a clip on the ice in front of what normally would be Jabu. Truth be told, that loading zone to get into Jabu is still actually there, but it has a very weird trigger as an adult. It has a very interesting trigger. So he was trying to hit that loading zone using a bomb, but he did mess it up. So he's gonna do backup again, routing on the fly. He's gonna pick up a. He picked up the heart piece and he had to head over to the fairy fountain to pick up FW, and he's probably gonna come back and try it one more time.
So Runner Guy has the 2 heart pieces in the fountain, and he has the heart piece by the waterfall. So he needs 2 more, and then he'll have 5 Zora pieces.
Right.
He'll probably get one of them as child.
So Prawn raised a question in chat. Even though they're only required to do the 25 things, they're only projected to save 30 minutes off 100%. Now, the reason why this, kind of is different is because they're obtaining the items with the least inventory. You're not required to collect to progress through the story and collect everything, right? So they're using a lot of different glitches to obtain these things. So a lot of things you wouldn't get in 100%. You wouldn't get unused keys. You wouldn't get boss keys in a lot of these dungeons. You wouldn't
get
them.
7 beans.
Right. A lot of these things you wouldn't get, right? You would.
And also, there's no route.
Right. There's no predetermined route. You don't say, hey, this is the quickest way to do it. This is what you do afterwards. You do it on the fly. Now you'll see RG is gonna attempt what I told you, the entrance to the job as an adult, and you're gonna see a nice little glitch right here. Let's see if he gets it. He's got 4 bombs here, so.
And this trick is a great example of a trick of time.
Yeah.
The initial Interjabu was found in the folder, or the setup, like a doable setup, and I say doable very lightly. The trick was impossible.
Yeah.
Several years ago. And then the trick has progressed over time as glitch hunters have been able to sort of narrow down a setup. And now what you're looking at is by far the easiest setup. And this one is like very doable. And it's amazing that we've been able to make this trick from something that's really hard to something easy.
Yeah.
Relatively speaking. Cymarth has 30. Word.
Very nice. Okay. Come on, RG, I know you got this. So it looks like Cymarth is collecting his Death Mountain skulls. Did he get the Song of Storms one already? See, me, I do this with Hookshot extension. I did get it. No, there you go. All right, wait, RG's about to get it. He's about to get it. And he's in. There you go. Boom. Very nice. So the interesting thing about that loading zone is that it the actual getting into it, it's not like a normal predetermined you have to land into it. You actually have to go down and come back up to actually trigger the loading zone.
Yeah, the loading zone
way.
the loading zone for Jabu always exists, but as Adult Link it's in the ice.
So in this, looks like Archie's gonna go through this actually up backwards for the most part. He's gonna pick up that skull right there.
And again, that's all he needs from here.
Yep. All he needs nothing else. It takes way too much time to get into to fight Baronade. This is an example where you wouldn't want to fight Baronade. You wouldn't want to go to defeat the to defeat the boss because it takes way too long, and you need a dungeon item.
Runner guy.
By using equip swap. Sorry, I had a cough.
No, you're good. Runner guy looks like he's maybe thinking about something. Again, Bingo is on the fly, and you're routing everything on the fly and deciding where next. And so it's possible to have to take a moment to think about what you're going to do. And I think Runner guy just then was making a decision.
Here, I want to die. Oh.
Did you just mute your mic for a second?
Absolutely. Okay.
And I think probably the decision Runner guy was making was he realized he didn't fire. And his original plan was most likely to go back through Zora's domain. But he was unable to because he did not have blue fire to unfreeze King Zora.
Now, another question, not really a question, a comment. Someone
Ooh,
spoke
those
about
bomb drops.
Wow, what luck. Someone spoke about the 3DS version of Ocarina of Time. 3DS version has some interesting glitches on its own. A lot of them aren't the same, but a lot of them also are. So it really, not all glitches. The glitches that are in this game aren't all, don't all work in the 3DS version. So let's see what we have here. So RG is heading to get the Lon HP.
So the question who is in the lead is a little tough to say. I would say it's likely that Runner now.
Yeah.
But at the same time, in Bingo, it's a little hard to tell until you're far in.
Right. Because one mistake, it's all it takes. One mistake. If Archie makes a
Runner guy's doing what? What is this
God.
nonsense?
Oh my god! What is he? Oh my god. I know what he's doing, but you.
I've never seen this.
He's actually a madman. He's actually a madman. Madman.
Wow.
Madman.
Wow.
Madman. Nope. Got it. No one. Madman.
I've never seen that. Green is Runner guy, purple is Cymarth.
That is another trick you do not see ever.
Yeah, no, not often at all.
Ever. Me, I would have gotten long on heart piece as a child, just like how Cymarth did, and that'd be the end of it. But
Runner guy had other plans, obviously, and
yes, he did.
Giant's Knife. So you're now seeing that there really don't have that much difference between them right now. The biggest difference, I'd say, being that Runner guy has both Iron Boots and Minuet already.
Right.
Whereas I don't think Cymarth has either of those.
So I would say Runner guy is ahead.
Yeah.
Because RG also has one more heart, right?
Yes.
Yep, one more heart. So let's see. Now he's going to get the land or what? Yes. Very nice.
So that skips having to talk to the Goron.
Normally, if you had 3 tunics, you could talk to him, and if you had to do it, so it would make sense. But in this sense, if you even have Fire Temple goals, you would be fine because you can get to through the Fire Temple with the amount of hearts that he has.
Runner guy didn't do the post skip.
Oh, yeah,
oh, it's five small keys.
It's 5 small keys.
I thought it was 5.
It's one,
I thought it was
you only need
five
1 skull, so you got the 1 skull at the top.
Okay. I was like, Runner guy, what are you doing? Yeah, okay. If it were all 5 skulls, he would need Hyrule Castle. So Ganon's castle does not have any skulls in it.
No. But it does have a boss key, so if there's a boss key goal, there is a Ganon's Temple boss
Yeah,
key.
there is a Ganon's Temple boss key. No map, no compass, no skulls.
Technically, the child dungeons have a boss key, technically.
Technically speaking, in the memory, it exists.
In the memory, it does exist. So, in a bingo, you technically can
RBA them.
RBA the child dungeon boss keys.
Oh, what's the RBA for Deku Tree?
I could actually check.
Is it the deed?
I think it's the deed for Deku Tree. It's no prescription for Deku Tree. It's the frog for Goron, and it's the eye drops for Sapphire.
Okay.
For Jabu Jabu.
Jabu Jabu. So you can write those boss keys into your inventory, even though they technically don't physically exist.
Right.
So if there were a goal like 3 boss keys, which is sometimes a goal, they could do that.
And normally no one ever does this, but you do see it from time to time, because no one really gets this deep into the trade quest, I would say.
Yeah, no, almost never.
Yeah, because that's after what
you get Poacher's Saw, and then you get the Poacher's Saw to Broken Goron, which is about as far as you ever go.
Right, and then it would be the prescription, so you wouldn't go that far.
And it would be maybe something you could do if Hold R were allowed, but that's a version exclusive trick that is banned.
Yes, because that is significantly faster.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do it if you did Child. You got the odd mushroom.
Yep.
Alright, you're picking up another key here. Alright, so Cymoth is actually heading over to get Minuet as well.
And then he'll probably go to Ice Cavern or enter Forest right away.
Yes. He's got a lot of damage buffering to do. Skips over Mido. There's 2 ways to skip over Mido. There's only 2 ways. There's only 2 ways, right? It's Mega Flip.
You can Mega Flip or you can
just
do the
hook shot.
I think you can Hess past him on the way through. In the reverse, you can Super Slide.
Yeah, you might be able to.
So Runner Guy's doing some block skips here. He has strength, so he can just do this puzzle if he wanted to, but it's very slow. I recently in a bingo realized I didn't have bombs or a strength upgrade, and I had to hover past this, which was a nightmare. But if you've got bombs, you can do ground jumps to get on top of them. And if you got strength upgrade, even if you don't have explosives, you can just do the puzzle.
Right. Now, another question. What tricks are banned in bingo? Simply, banned tricks are using Deku sticks as an adult, which is only possible on VC. Get item manipulation. It's another form of writing items into inventory using the GIM glitch. Using bomb choose out of bounds, which is, I believe, GameCube exclusive only.
You can do it on 1.2, but on GameCube you get double explosions. You can go like super far.
Okay. And then hold R, which is N64 exclusive to get early eyeball frog. Those would be the only glitches that are banned.
And you can get Deku Stick as adult on N64, but it crashes the game when you pull it out.
Right.
And that would be very useful in bingo, and so since only VC players can use it, it's banned.
Correct.
Countdown using an emote of his own face. Chat.
But not on his own Twitch channel.
This is true, so is that acceptable?
Yes.
Okay, we're Darkman with the decision there.
Got there you go.
So our boy Cymarth about to do one of my favorite tricks in Ocarina of Time. So he is going to get on top of the seam here, and typically when you are adult, you cannot enter the Deku Tree because his mouth is closed. However, if you skip over the loading zone in the middle there, which makes the Deku Tree technically load, its loading zone is still there, but it's physically not there. So he's going to use a bomb to boost over this ledge and get up there, and then he's going to walk over the loading zone and bypass it, and then enter the Deku Tree when it's not there.
So as you can see, this is where I speak of, you don't know what they're doing. You don't really know what really can be going on, what's going through their head, and you see they're not doing this anything close to the same route. They're doing completely different things, completely different orders. So, all right,
Is
keep
it
going for the fast. Yeah, go ahead.
with something like a blackout bingo? Is it just potentially possible that they'll never be at the same point? They'll always be getting different squares.
Yes, they're almost always will be working on something. Like the odds of them working on the same exact goal at the same time is 1 in 25, really.
Ah!
But it's so slim. Like for them to be working, doing the exact same thing to set up for the same goal is so slim. Is he?
He's
He's
weird
weird shotting.
shotting.
Mm-hmm.
So a weird shot is another great trick in Ocarina of Time, and I think Runner Guy got his 5 keys. So a weird shot is this trick where I'm not gonna really explain how it works.
I can't explain how it works,
You
but it just works.
you take damage from something. It can be anything on a certain frame while you pull out the hook shot, and you're able to hook shot below the ground. And the reason you would do this is because it allows you to hook shot places you aren't in. So he used it. Cymarth just used it to get below the web without fire, and that's because that skull is right there and really fast.
Yep. The only other skull you'd get without doing this would be the one all the way up top at the compass room, which takes forever. So we're not going to do that.
So now Cymarth and Runner Guy are missing different dungeons for their last child skull. Runner Guy needs the Deku Tree, and Cymarth Jabu Jabu. So Runner Guy would imagine after he does this cutscene skip he's about to do, he's...
What? No, I was gonna ask, would he watch it, and I'd put
to be there? No,
to be there? No,
I don't think so.
No,
it's really slow.
It's too slow. Yeah, that's a lot of He's.
It might save a little time over like it might not lose you the full time of the scene, but it would still lose you probably 2 or 3 minutes.
A lot of damage buffering to do.
Oh, he does.
Yeah,
so one thing about boss rooms is that you cannot use trade items and you can't use the ocarina. So there's no way to really damage buffer easily. And so Runner Guy just has to expend a lot of explosives because he probably just forgot to damage buffer before entering the boss room.
Right. So he can...
But he's got to pick up the heart piece, or the heart container. So he'll do a second trip.
Yeah, because it's really easy to get back inside, so...
Yeah.
He's going to skip it. Get back, because this is what you would do in I know, an N64 hundo. You would skip this, and... Oh, wait, hold on.
He got it. He got the 1 cycle.
Well, did he just give up on it? Did he decide not to, though?
Are you further ahead than me, maybe?
Maybe he... Because he doesn't have to beat it. He just have to pick up the heart, save warp out, and leave, so...
No, he has to beat it because...
He has got to go back in time, so yeah.
Yeah,
You're right.
This is Blackout Bingo, yes.
Ooh, this is going to be interesting.
If you didn't see that question, chat, why is Runner Guy doing the Forest Temple boss?
Because, great question. So, you have to complete the Forest Temple in order to be able to go back in time. Sheik is blocking the pedestal for you to be able to put the sword back down. And the requirement is to finish the Forest Temple. And she'll teach you the Prelude of Light, and you will be able to go back in time. And that is why.
Hey, Darkman.
That is why. Listen, I don't know what you did, but whatever you did, bot didn't like it.
I typed Runner Guy equals green and then a bunch of backslashes, Cymarth equals purple.
Probably the bunch of backslashes.
Unacceptable, honestly. Unacceptable.
Alright, so he's going for the cutscene skip right here. No, Slimy. There are no ways. The only way you can go back in time is by putting the sword in the pedestal.
I'm still amazed that we haven't found anything for that. But yeah, we found no way. Literally the only thing is that Sheik is standing in front of the pedestal and we don't know what to do.
You can access areas like, child areas you should only access as adult, and adult areas you only would access child, but nothing to actually change the time like that you're in.
So is what Runner Guy doing right now a wrong warp?
He's doing a cutscene skip. It's a wrong warp.
It is technically a wrong warp.
Yes, it is a wrong warp. It sends him back to the beginning of the dungeon. But it doesn't actually take him anywhere fire doing this and doing a cutscene skip and fire would actually take him to Forest Temple. This is just going to take him to the front. So only a couple temples actually send you other places. It always it depends on the last cutscene, the value of the last cutscene. There's a lot of stuff.
It depends on the value of the last cutscene, and it also depends on what you're doing.
What you're doing. Yes.
To leave the blue warp. So Runner Guy dies, and that death value adds to the prior cutscene he saw and the Forest Temple cutscene, and those pointers all work together, and it puts him in the beginning of the cutscene. But that white flash means that he skipped the cutscene successfully and got the medallion.
Right. So now he's gonna go back. Now he's gonna go back. He's gonna get the heart. So he can have his. Well, he's gonna give him his 8th heart. Yes, his 8th heart. Does the cutscene timer still tick?
No, it does not.
No, it does not.
So if he's pausing but it doesn't actually buffer a frame, the cutscene timer does not play. Same with like item timers. They only advance in real in-game frames. You know, X Creations, it is possible that Figure and I are just so in tune that we're just finishing each other's sentences. Oh my god, wow.
It just happened.
Whoa.
I don't know what to say.
Stay hydrated, Pot. I'm gonna get a glass of water.
You know what? It's time. It's time for hydration.
I'm curious, you know, I've never used Stay Hydrated Bot personally, but does it require you to put in anything like stats about yourself?
No, it just tells you this is how much you should be.
That's bad science. No. It should require you to tell like, you know, how jacked you are, how old you are. These are important things.
So we see Simoth actually doing the same trick that we saw Runner Guy do to enter Jabu as an adult, which as I said, normally is not accessible. Ooh, gets the mega flip to the west. So that is the west, and this is probably the faster west is. So looks like he's gonna farm some bombs. He gets nothing. Oh, he gets two. Very nice. See me, I would have gone for the flex drop and wasted 2 bombs just to activate flex drops. For those who know flex drops, I'll kind of speak on that. A flex drop is something kind of a gambit that they added. So if you're low on a certain item, basically for bombs, if you have under 5 areas that would give you that have the capability to drop a bomb, it increases slightly depending on if you're in the area. So if you have like 4 bombs and you're trying to get bombs off an Armos, you have a higher chance to pick them up. It's still very possible that you might not, but it's more possible that you are going to get some bomb drops. So we see Runner Guy entering Water Temple using a interesting clip through the house to get through. His camera got a little glitched here, so he's going to have to use the map to navigate. He should be all right. And he's in. All right, perfect. So he's good. It looks like
he had iron boots, so he did not have to do that.
He totally didn't, but you know.
But he wanted the bomb drops. That's fine.
Right, one of the bomb drops, and he had to swag out, of course. So
I gotta swag out. Oh, or else, like, what are you doing?
Right. So, I believe he's going to take the.
So he needs all 5 skulls in Water Temple.
Yeah. So this is actually gonna be nice because he's got ZL, he's got a quiver, he's got everything. This is probably gonna be the easiest way to do all 5 skulls. Normally, this is a goal you avoid like the plague. I hate this goal with all my heart. Unless I have ZL and a quiver, and I have to do those like deep, like 7 skulls or map and compass and force, something like that. I'm staying away from this goal. So it's a nice one. So this is gonna be a nice goal. RG gets a little downtime as well because he has to talk to Ruta, who actually talks longer than anyone. She just always has so much to say. And little of it matters, Kappa.
She's an insightful person.
Yeah, you know, I really disagree with that. You know, because all she talks about is, you were the man that I loved 7 years ago, and you're still the man I love today, and blah, 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 blah. And anybody got time for that? We gotta save the world, people. We gotta save Hyrule. So RG's gonna, again, have to use his bugs to play the song, to play Zelda's Lullaby, to lower the water here. So right.
Hey, can I flex real quick?
Absolutely, flex away.
I'm gonna speak French real quick for our French friends.
Go for it.
I'm gonna hardcore flex. Please, everybody, excuse my accent and language and vocabulary. Pour les personnes françaises, ce stream est dans l'anglais seulement. Donc, s'il vous plaît, parlez en anglais seulement. Merci.
Very well done.
I got a pretty good gist of that, actually.
You
I
did.
understood what he was trying to say.
I had a pretty good gist of that. I do know a little bit.
Tabarnak!
A little bit of French. So.
Yeah, my French is terrible, so just
Better than mine. So now this is the route you would normally take. You're gonna get this this key here. I really wanted RG to get just destroyed by the clams. Didn't happen. The clams can be very unforgivable. All right. So now he's going to get another. He should be heading to another skull. Yes. Oh no. Okay. Gonna head down the hall, straight in. Gonna bomb the lower wall. Bomb the wall. I don't think that's gonna make it. Yeah, I didn't think so. Getting stuck up on the wall, kind of messed him up just a wee bit here. He's on his way to get this skull, and then he's gonna save warp out.
And Simart's almost got for his wind here also.
Yep. So what I will do is I will mark that so we don't forget.
Yes.
And it looks like also Simarth got all his child skulls as well.
Yes, he did.
And yep. I wonder if RG will be doing Morpha. Or if he's just gonna collect 5.
Well, does he need the boss key?
He doesn't, but
And he doesn't have ice arrows yet, so I wouldn't.
Well, what does he nice arrows for? Oh, to RBA.
RBA, the
Yeah.
boss key.
But the skip isn't hard. I mean, it depends on how many bomb trees he has. If he wants to do it, or he can go for the next level, 2018 Stay Woke ground clip strats. You never know, but I don't think he's going to here.
So, Figure and I both have been playing bingo for a while, but Runner Guy has got us beat.
By a long shot.
Runner Guy is one of the old boys. One of the old boys.
I grew up watching Runner Guy. No, I didn't grow up. I kind of started, my introduction to OT speedrunning was watching Runner Guy. So, and back in 2011. So I've been watching for about a year, and I started playing about a year later, so about 2012. Started actually getting acquainted with bingo and goals and all that stuff. So
I started doing any percent, I think, in 2012, and then I started doing bingo like December 2012 or January 2013.
Right.
And the game type has just evolved so much since then.
God.
And the community's grown and shrunk and grown, and I think we're at a really solid place right now where if anybody wanted to join bingo, this is a great time.
Yes.
We've got a huge knowledge base. We got a lot of players who know a lot and can easily communicate a lot of knowledge. So if you are at all interested in bingo, get in contact with somebody, get added to the Discord, and start your way up here. Enter a race on SRL. We have 2 weekly races at minimum. There's European Saturday Night Bingo on Saturdays at 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Central. What's the time on that? Figure, do you know?
It's usually like 4 o'clock Eastern.
4 o'clock Eastern, so 3 o'clock Central,
And then,
1 o'clock Pacific, and then there's ESNB, which is or not ESNB, SNB.
SNB,
There's
which is,
SNB.
yeah, 9:30 Eastern.
And that's Saturday Night Bingo, and that's usually the biggest bingo race of the week, and SNBs have been going on for years.
Oh God, so many years.
And that is a sort of like a weekly race where we all get together in bingo, and it's great fun. And there are lots of guides how to do the glitches, and there isn't like a steadfast guide necessarily since bingo is so variable, but there are lots of videos online on how to do specific glitches, as well as I believe Moose OOT and some other runners have done various tutorials for dungeons in specific.
Right. We do also have a raining chain. We have a raining chain to kind of help newer players. The strats they're a little out of date. Some of them are new, like we have a lot of newer strats for some of these goals, but it's still a good base to learn because a lot of these do kind of improve or like improve versions of what's already there. So they're worth actually trying as well. So
Runner Guy's kill of Darklink here is going to be interesting. So Darklink has
that's a
as
lot.
many hits as health you have.
Yep.
And you might remember Darklink being really difficult when you were a kid, or still being difficult now. So what you do is you angle yourself so that Darklink appears behind you, and then you slash, and on the backwards part of your slash, you manage to clip his head a little bit, and you can get a hit in.
All right, so he cleared that. He's gonna on his way. He's gonna pick up that long shot, and then down under. So you're gonna see him do another really cool glitch called.
Oh, we don't see this much anymore.
No, you don't. He's gonna do entrance point glitch. And this is going to. Oh God, you want to take this one? Because I hate it.
Sure, yeah.
Wait.
I can take this.
Oh yeah, wait. Oh, he's doing it from this side. Huh. I actually never do it from this side.
I don't think you can. Wait.
Maybe he knows.
Oh no, you're good. No, you good. You good. This is
Yeah.
fine. So basically, what Runner Guy's doing here is he's gonna crouch stab.
Oh yeah,
and
because you
then-
don't actually go through the door.
Yeah,
Good point.
exactly.
Yeah.
So on the second frame of the crouch stab, he's gonna equip hover boots, and what he allows him to do is the door is still open, and the things in the area have improperly loaded a bit. And so next, what he's gonna do is this sets his like respawn point in the area, at the door.
Wait a
And he's
second.
going to void out now by long shotting from a weird shot into the chest. And so when he's inside of the chest, the collision will be like, you can't be here, and it'll void him out.
Oh,
so
this
when he
is
voids out,
old.
yeah, this is the old
This is
boy
the
way.
Old boy. Okay.
This is how I still do it.
Okay, this is the old method.
So he's going to void out in this chest. And when he does so, he'll reappear at that door he just went through because he just sent his entrance point to be that glitch, like we said before.
So when you void out, this is where he's gonna spawn. It's gonna spawn in a very odd.
And he can move
fashion.
around out of bounds.
And he's gonna just walk out, and he's gonna load him right in here.
And the reason he did that is because he does not have the, so he can't get rid of that Song of Time block, so he has to get beneath it somehow. And now he's going to get back up on that floor, and this trick's a little complex, and there's really not a super simple way of explaining it, unfortunately.
And this is why
basically, Runner Guy is skipping the Song of Time block by doing a bunch of shenanigans.
Yes, and then basically he's gonna reload the room, but he's gonna reload this room, and then he's gonna fall down, and he's gonna load the bottom room, and then he's gonna be able to pick up the skull, which is absolutely insane. We don't use this strat anymore. This is RG flexing his old boy strats right here. And there are many different ways to do this. I do an entrance point glitch, which is slightly different, which is a lot faster than this. It's a good variant. So, but this also works. This kind of just shows how different. There's so many different ways to do the same thing, to achieve the same thing.
Runner Guy, you need to unequip hover boots.
Yeah, unequip the hovers. There you go.
He knows. He knows.
He knew.
That's some old knowledge. A lot of people don't know that.
All right.
So he's going to try to get the Skulltula from the ledge, which is it's very close to being possible, or being impossible rather. So you have to be right on the edge.
Or you could just do hookshot extension. You have no problem.
Or you could just iron boots.
Yeah, you could have just used iron boots, and you would have been able to get it.
Is that all 5 for him, or does he need one more?
He
still needs the boulder one.
Yes, he's missing the boulder. So he's gonna do this one. He's gonna save warp. Yes, and he's gonna. No, he's got 2 left. Did he do the middle
Central
room?
room? Yeah, he needs the
Yeah,
center
he's got
room.
the central
and the
room,
boulder.
and he's got to do the boulder. So. Yeah, there's a lot of tech that goes into this game that people don't realize. So Cymarth, I feel like we haven't given him a lot of love. Cymarth actually has 8 hearts as well, and he's entering Forest.
So Cymarth might complete 9 hearts first.
Yes, Cymarth looks like he's gonna complete the 9 hearts first.
The only thing I would say is that they don't really need to beat bosses because they still need more heart pieces from Zora's fountain.
Yep,
Or from
they still
the
need-
Zora area.
They still need all 5.
Well, some of them, the Runner Guy's gotten 3,
Okay.
and I think Cymarth has 3 or 4.
Yeah, you're right. So, and this is another thing with routing. So it makes sense to route in. So he sees he has 5 heart Zora area heart piece. So that's a whole heart piece. There's a whole heart container, and then 1. So really, all he needs is 3 overworld heart pieces to kind of complete 2 extras, just off having that 1/5 Zora HP goals. That's Zora HP goal. All right, so he's heading through. He's going through Forest Temple, and RG's also going through, getting the last skull on the. He did middle room already. All right.
Yeah, he just did it a moment
Okay.
ago.
All right, I was watching sideways.
I'm gonna do the 3 backflips here.
3 backflips. Boom, perfect. Hit it with the.
Oh, he's gonna get hit by the tech type, maybe.
Nah, he's got this.
Word.
Boom, he's good. He's all good. All right. Save warp. All right, that's been complete. All skulls in water. So it's actually looking really good for Runner Guy right now, but it's also looking really good for Slimar. So again, you don't know.
Well, if you had to make a guess right now, who do you think is going to win?
Ooh.
I think
RG's
Runner
Oh,
Guy.
the double kill. Did you see the double kill? Oh my
I saw them both fade out at the same time. Did he kill them both at the same time?
double kill. Same one slide.
Well, I think
RG's
Runner
gonna
Guy
pull-
might
gonna
have a
pull
little
this.
bit of a lead right now.
Yeah,
It's like
I think he's gonna pull
Water
through.
Temple. But Symarth has got some secret strats and is quite a god, as we've seen.
You never know what shots he's gonna pull out.
And there's still a lot of video game left, and so I think it's fair to say that Runner Guy could mess something up. Maybe Symarth take the lead. Bingo changes a lot.
Yeah.
You never know; those VC loads could come through.
Well, speaking of which, does the different versions? I know you've been talking about like the version-specific glitches, but do those glitches like significantly impact a race?
The version
most of the
exclusive
ones that
Yeah.
are allowed are pretty balanced.
Yeah.
Like for instance, you notice how Runner Guy got the bomb shoes faster than Symarth, but Symarth wasn't that far behind because the Virtual Console intro cutscene is much faster.
Exactly.
Or like just generally loads on Virtual Console are faster, and so it usually evens out that kind of time save. And then there really isn't anything version specific for Virtual Console that's useful. So usually I would say VC faster for most things. But then N64 has, Bongo cutscene skip, which is really useful. It allows you to kill Bongo quickly and easily. And it has bomb shoes, and then VC just has quick loads. And pause buffering. Ooh, I didn't even mention that.
Yeah,
Pause
buffering
buffering on VC is really fast and easy, and it's really intuitive. You just unpause and pause again. On N64, you have to time it with the lag, and so pause buffering is really slow.
Crucial. It's painful lag. So Symarth is at good health here. He's gonna be able to do the cutscene skip it. Granted, he doesn't mess it up.
Runner Guy gonna RBA a Poe a bit later. It's
He's gonna head back to Lake Hylia.
probably to go to Gerudo
Mm-hmm.
and to get the tree Skulltula. Do we need that?
Yes,
Yeah,
he
all
does.
5 Lake Hylia
Lake-
skull.
Mhm.
So that sky, oh my god, that hookshot jump from earlier. He's gonna use that again on this tree.
Yes.
It used to be impossible. He's not doing it right now. Did he already get it?
No, I definitely would have. We definitely would have covered that.
He has long shot also, so he could have just hookshot it up there.
Yep.
It's also nighttime. I don't know. This seems interesting to me.
I'm not sure what he's going for here. Okay.
He
bugs.
might have just heard us. Oh, he's OIing. He's going back.
He's going back.
I think
again.
we just accidentally gave it away. I think he's listening, and I think he's gonna OI back to Serenade right now while it's still night and get that skull.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Runner Guy.
Yeah. Right. Don't say I didn't help you. Don't say. I'm sorry. We didn't help you. He's gonna come in and smug. He's like, I had this. I knew exactly what I was doing.
I remembered.
Yeah, I remember. So he's gonna head up. Yep, he's gonna head up to the tree. So you're gonna see a very interesting hookshot jump. This is probably one of the more interesting.
He's got
ones
long
because-
shot.
Long shot jump. Wait.
You didn't know you could do that?
Wait,
That's
he's
the
not even-
intended way.
But no, he's not even getting it.
He just got it.
No.
What are you
I
talking
thought.
about?
I thought he was. No, I'm tripping. I thought I don't know why. For some reason, I thought he had to get the fire arrow. I don't know. What I
Oh
was
yeah,
thinking just now.
no. He's just getting the skull.
Let's go to yeah. Never mind.
I don't even want to explain the jump thing.
It's not on there. I'm glad. I think we kind of. Oh yeah, totally did it. Yeah, see, there he goes. You see?
Runner Guy, unbelievable.
Look at this. Can we get a smug mug in the chat, please? Smug mugs. God. All right, so he's gonna pick up the. So this is an interesting, kind of a small little thing. If you hookshot this and equip Kokiri boots, as this happens, this kind of tricks the game to thinking that you dived all the way down here, and this will give you the heart piece from this lady.
Lady?
Is that a? Don't say it.
I thought it was a dude.
Is it a dude? No.
We don't gotta assign genders. We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
I honestly don't know.
Yeah, I honestly don't know either.
I don't know. We're not. The lab technician.
The lab technician. That's some college nonsense right there.
I don't know. All right. So now what? So Simon, I believe, has his 9 hearts.
I don't think Runner Guy got the skulls as child in Lake Hylia.
He
Somebody
did
correct
not.
me if I'm wrong, but I don't think he did.
He didn't go to Lake Hylia at all.
So Runner Guy's just missing a skull from Fire, and then he'll all the skulls in the adult dungeons.
Oh, he didn't.
Oh, and Spirit.
So he didn't get the heart piece. He's not going back for the heart piece. Sarmoth didn't go back for the heart piece.
In Forest? That makes sense.
Yep, because he wants to route in the 5 Zora HP skulls. Zora HPs. Okay, very nice.
Runner Guy gonna do another Hess here.
Yep, very nice.
This one's pretty important to learn if you want to pick up time.
Yes, this is one of the more this is it's an important glitch, but it's not, I wouldn't, if you're learning glitches, I wouldn't put this as, your top priority.
No, absolutely not.
Because there are a lot
Runner
of
Guy with
things
the angle
going on.
changes.
Ooh, with angle changes. Yeah, I like it.
No ESS adapter. We on N64.
Crack boys. Shout outs to Daniel Crack and Zaz Boxes.
Lol.
All right, so RG's heading to Sandside. He's got the long shot.
You can long shot that?
I was gonna say that I've never done that in my life. I've always just
only hooked the bridge.
I never knew.
That's so much faster because you don't have to climb
up. It's wow.
The god strats.
I didn't even know.
That's that old boy knowledge right there.
I had no idea.
Picking up Sun Song coming in clutch.
Mm-hmm.
You need it to be nighttime for all these skulls.
A lot of these skulls, which is why they both opted to get as one of their songs. They did, because they did have other songs they needed to get, but this was an important one because of time of day manipulation. Wow. That's insane. All right. So he's heading to the fortress side. Sarmoth picking up his Forest Temple skulls. And you can see Sarmoth routed in his Forest Temple a lot differently.
So also because it's nighttime, like we discussed earlier, the guards
blind.
And so the Runner Guy can more easily run around the Gerudo Fortress. But he's still going to want to take care of that one. Luckily, neither player has to get the Gerudo card, which is a goal that takes a while. So they just need 50. No quiver 50. So we just need to run around the fortress here and pick up a few skulls, and then go into GTG to get 7 unused keys, which they have iron boots for, should they choose to do that.
Having the long shot is so nice there.
Look how quick he's running. I've never even thought about the movement here. But he just got back to the vines so fast.
Long shot is such a good. Oh, nice jump. Gets to jump over.
And you know what he can do here too is he can long shot the skull on the archery post from way further away.
I think that's.
So what Runner Guy is doing here is there is a guard right behind him here that has very good eyesight.
Yes.
And to get past it, you have to do that really interesting angle he did right there and hug the wall. And that is one of the only ways to get past that guard.
Yep.
So yeah, he's super far away, so we can get the skull. or he has a long shot, so he can get it some far. He needs to make sure not to hookshot the post. He's good.
He is good, yes.
The post is hookshotable, so if you hit that post instead of a token,
You take a nice full heart of damage.
Yep, and have to go all the way over there. He's gonna get caught by the guard. Ooh, no, he's gonna unload.
He's gonna
God.
unload. He's a
So runner guy's gonna get up on this seam here, with ISG, and then he's going to side hop over this little thing, and it's gonna carry him past the loading zone, which makes the physical properties of Gerudo Fortress load, but the loading zones are still gonna be there. So that gate blocking the Gerudo training grounds is now gone, but the loading zone is still there.
And he's in, just like that. So now he's gonna go and start picking up his keys in GTG. We're 2 hours in, and it's still a lot left.
But they've got a lot of setup for these goals right now.
Yes, they've and a lot of it's all been set up, for later on. So they've basically done everything. Everything they've done has been meticulous. They've done meticulously because they know what they have to set up for.
Right.
So it's gonna be really, really nice, actually. Oh, Archie also got the Gerudo skulls. Yes, I did see that. Where are you, Gerudo skulls? Boom. So,
no, I don't think he got the ones as child. I don't think he's been here as child yet.
You're right. It's all Gerudo Valley. This is Gerudo Valley, not Fortress. It's Gerudo Valley and Fortress, so you didn't get the child ones. Yeah, right.
He got the 2 adult Gerudo Valley skulls, but he hasn't gotten the...
See, and that's the thing. So Simart, that's where you can see the difference. Simart was there.
RG has those.
Yeah, so when he gets there, when he gets the adult ones, he'll be completing those goals where RG still has a lot of back in time stuff he still has to do. So, there's actually a pretty interesting question. Isn't there a program that can find spots like these to pass through? It's up to you to replicate? It's kind of knowledge of the game where you kind of can know where you can and can't clip out of bounds. Sort of clip out of bounds. It's if you find one spot and it's usually just people trying to replicate it in other areas. With use of memory software, you can with input viewers. And the practice ROM, you can actually you can optimize how fast you can do these things. So.
Yeah, and I agree that like a game knowledge will allow you to know like what areas might be clippable.
Right.
Like sharp corners with certain objects. Like acute corners, like acute angles. There's an acute angle game where you can acute angle. Like, you saw them do it earlier to get into Zora Adult. Past King Zora. Exactly. So if there are really acute angles, you can jump slash through them as adult.
So he's gonna push this block.
And no, they do not get to see the bingo card before they start. So I gave them the card right as they began.
Right as began, so. I almost forget this room exists.
I always forget which like it is.
I know it's like it is, but I always forget.
Having strength upgrade for this is so nice, though.
It is.
Because if you don't have strength upgrade, you have to do a really annoying skip to get into this room.
They are not on the same version. Runner Guy is on 1.0 and Simonth is on 1.2.
Also, you might notice that the name of this goal that Runner Guy is doing right now is seven different unused keys in Gerudo Training Grounds. So not only can he not use any of them to open other doors, but also they must be 7 different keys. And what that means is there are a few different ways you can dupe keys in Gerudo Training Grounds. So if it were just 7 unused keys, Runner Guy could use his long shot and do a nifty little weird shot, and he could dupe them. There's also a way you can Hess out of bounds to dupe keys. There's a lot of nonsense you can do in Gerudo Training Grounds to get multiple keys.
Yep. Water Temple, you can actually get a lot as well.
I think Steinmarth has got all 5 keys now.
It almost looked like he died.
I thought he died.
He did!
He did! Wait, why is he back in Forest Temple?
I have no idea.
Did he come back for the heart container? What's going on here?
I don't know. Oh no, he had to get the skull. The keys. You gotta get the keys. He didn't finish getting the keys.
What is going on? No, he has them all. I think he's getting the heart container.
Oh wait, he might be. Oh yeah, now he had to get the keys, and I think now he's getting the heart container.
Why is he taking damage? Did he
I
fail
have-
the cutscene skip? I didn't see.
I have no idea. Unless he's not actually taking damage. Okay, there we go. Unless he's trying to. I have no idea. Is he trying to die? I'm so lost.
Maybe he failed the cutscene skip. It's possible.
Did he? Actually, I don't know.
Has he even been in the boss room? No, he killed Phantom Ganon.
He killed Phantom Ganon for
And then he left, I thought. I'm very confused by what Cymarth is doing right now.
I don't know.
But then again, that's kind of Cymarth's thing. Like,
yeah, you just don't know.
The man plays Forbidden Memories. There's no hope.
Haha.
Wow.
It's not real shade.
Did he fail it?
I don't know. Whoa! Oh! Does he know where he is right now? You see him almost side hop into the
glue warp.
So close. He thought he was fighting the pop. What's going on right now?
I have no clue what he's doing. He must have.
He must have failed it. He must have failed
it.
Runner guy's doing a quick draw with bombs against this wall to get a Poe on his C right to get choose. That Yobo, you only buffer once.
So how come he's not picking up the heart container, Cymarth?
So he only has half a heart, and to do this cutscene skip, you have to die.
Right.
So if he picked up the heart container, he'd be back to full health again, and so he'd have to use a bunch of explosives to get damage down. But Figure and I thought he did this, but he must have failed the cutscene skip before, and so he'll come back for the heart container after skipping this cutscene.
Right.
Oh, okay.
It's a good question.
This can be a really finicky. This is a very finicky cutscene skip. So failing it, I remember spending days trying to figure out why I messed this up, and it is still very hard. Now he's got it. There's a white flash. He's still not going to pick up the heart. We were bamboozled. I have no idea what he's going to do.
Also, I'd like to note that Runner Guy now has an unbelievable amount of bomb chews because he picked up the bomb chew chest, which has 5 and RB8
and RB8
34.
So that is, and you don't normally have that many ever.
And he's probably already used. He's already used like 29 of them. So throughout the course of a long bingo, you're gonna be using a lot of explosives. What? Cymarth? Oh, Cymarth's remembering to get the skull. All right. He's doing it before long shot. So he has to do a hookshot jump.
So Cymarth got the medal, but he didn't get the heart. So it looks like he's gonna route in the rest of the Zora HPs to get him.
Yeah, and those will be his hearts.
Mm-hmm.
Runner Guy doing gate skip right now is a really famous trick. Done in most categories.
Infamous.
Infamous. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Figure, are you eating right now?
I don't know what you're talking about.
So unprofessional, unbelievable. Honestly, I know it's evident throughout the course of the stream. I'm only doing professional commentary.
I don't know what you're talking about. We only have water over here.
I'm staying hydrated.
Always.
Good.
Good.
Glad you're staying hydrated.
Love my boy Darkman with all my heart.
Yep.
Darkman, what are you excited to see at SGDQ this year?
Well, I'm pretty excited to see this Ocarina of Time Bingo.
Yeah, you are.
Guys, so you know, I'm maybe a little bit biased here, given the state of run that is happening on our stream. But
right.
So, would you mind maybe telling our audience what they're going to expect out of Runner Guy at SGDQ?
Well, we will see. Oh, he's going for Morpha. Interesting. RG will do basically the simple version of bingo, which is just he's gonna get a 5x5 25 goal board, and he has to pick a row or column TLBR BLTR of goals that he needs to complete, and he will be showcasing a decent amount of the glitches that you've seen here to obtain them. We've got a nice card picked out for him as well, so
yeah.
it's
So
gonna be
I've
really
been
nice.
working on that card as well, and so Runner Guy's gonna have pick row, and so we're gonna see a nice little one row bingo from Runner Guy. And it's going to be a great run where he's going to be able to showcase a lot of cool tricks, and he'll be able to explain, Figure and I have been talking a lot about, choices we think they're making,
Right.
and some routing decisions we might make and some routing decisions they're making. But Runner Guy, when he's on the mic at SGDQ, will be able to explain exactly the decisions he's making, and you'll be able to sort of get the mindset in on what he's thinking.
So Runner Guy is doing
another infamous trick.
Yes, I'm glad you used the word infamous, because that is exactly what I was gonna say. So tell them about this infamous trick.
This is the biggest boy of Ocarina of Time Bingo. This is Spirit Hover, and this is one of the big gatekeepers if you want to sort of get a little bit better in Bingo. And what this trick is the Mirror Shield chest is right up there in the open in this area. But you typically have to play through over half of the dungeon to get there. But if you hover up this ledge with bomb chews and bombs and jump onto this seam here, you can sort of walk up and hookshot over to the Silver Gauntlets chest, and then do a nifty little hover slide over to the Mirror Shield. So this is a really cool trick, and is very difficult and strings together a lot of difficult tricks. And Runner Guy's probably going to enter this loading zone, yeah, and get the skull if he wants. No, he doesn't have a key, so that wouldn't be smart. So now he's going to do something called a hover slide, and what that is if you remember before when I was talking about retaining speed with hover boots, he's going to super slide, which gives you a lot of speed, and put hover boots on and go super far in the air and then jump slash, just like that. It's
literally just enough. It's just enough speed that you get, and for the hover boots to not run out, and for you to make it to the other side. It's just so precise. It's so good, and it's so nice, but failing it obviously is the worst. There are many variations of this trick, such as using bombs, using a mixture of bomb chews and bombs. What you saw here is the easiest way to do Spirit Hover. There are very more difficult ways, and if you do bombs and bomb chews and like no I am no wrong warp, which is another category, you will see probably the most painful and hardest way to do it. But it has gotten easier with some new tricks that were found. So. Looks like
Runner Guy's got 3. Yeah, he's got all 3.
Yep. So it looks like right now Runner Guy's pulling ahead.
Yeah.
A bit. So.
So Runner Guy just now needs the Spirit Temple boss key as well as a skull in this dungeon, and then he'll be able to head out.
And Dark, if anyone wants the bingo board, can I link it in chat?
Yeah, I didn't think you could do that, but if you can,
I can.
You can.
It won't
link
be.
it
It won't
to
be
me.
the. It won't be the bingo sync.
Well, I think what Darkman's saying is that it's a mod.
Yeah, just look it to me in the Discord, and I'll.
Yeah.
Just do the SRL.
That's all I'm doing. Put it in the regular, just the full chat, general chat there. That would be the one. That link.
Cool.
Put that right there in the chat.
So you guys can take a look at the bingo card there and get a closer look at the goals. And it should be mentioned that we're actually the players are using a third-party site, so not an
Not the
site
SRL.
called Bingo Sync. And what Bingo Sync allows us to do is we can mark goals in different colors, do team bingos, stuff like that.
What's am I doing here?
I am not. Oh, he needs the middle one.
Oh.
So Runner Guy's got that. He's got this. Runner Guy making waves here.
He is. He's moving right now. He really is moving.
He needs a skull. He's deciding which one to get. I think. Maybe a weird shot.
I would go.
I would weird shot here.
Oh, see, I would have just done actor glitch, and I mean, you could weird
Yeah.
shot for sure. I did an actor glitch, but weird shot works as well.
I think with long shot.
Oh yeah, he's got long shot. That's true. That's true.
If you did an unbuffered weird shot, it'd definitely be faster.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Runner guy, you gotta learn the unbuffered.
Oh, I can't do it either. I can't do it.
Really?
I don't do it.
That one, it definitely was hard for a really long time, but I spent. Ooh! I don't think you can say that.
No, but we all know. We all know. You all know what he did.
I don't think we can say that.
We're not gonna say it, but we know. We know what he did. You all know what you saw.
My boy. He needs to reload the area, though.
Yes, he does.
I actually have never. I don't know what to do here.
All right, somebody's gonna have to break this down. What's going on?
Okay, so runner guy 2489 is currently in the Spirit Temple, and he needs a Skulltula. And there's a really fast Skulltula in this main room he just got into, the statue. So what I theorized, and what runner guy also assumed was fast, was since he had long shot, he would do a weird shot to get into the room below, instead of doing this whole puzzle with the mirror dropping down and everything. The problem is we did not calculate properly. And basically what happened was he made it down there, but didn't bypass the loading zone that typically happens when you're going down on the mirror. And so the room never properly loaded, so there weren't any actors there, there weren't any doors, so he couldn't get the Skulltula because it wasn't there. There was collision in the room, but there was nothing loaded. So unfortunately, luckily he had Furor's Wind, and so he could just use that to go back to the room he was already in.
Now,
But it's a little unfortunate.
I'm actually curious. Does the actor glitch? It loads that room. It does. The actor glitch.
Yeah, I don't know, honestly. Maybe you bypass the loading zone on your way down. I don't know.
Maybe, but I think it does load the. You know, it does because you have the Armos. You have the Armos in the
Yeah,
room,
you
so
do.
Yeah, so if it unloaded, it definitely wouldn't give you that, and all the doors are there.
So yeah, basically, runner guy, unfortunately, screwed himself over a little bit.
Just a wee bit.
But he managed to come up with the smart strat, which was use Furor's Wind and get back up, which is nice because a lot of players might forget that they have Furor's Wind because it's something you don't typically have.
So we kind of see on the bingo board that Runner Guys has gotten quite a few, specific squares compared to Sidemark at this point. Is this mainly due to just like the route he's taking is giving him these like maybe easier squares, or is there like
the route? And I think runner guys also. I think runner guy. Oh, I said I think runner guy might be playing a little bit better too. I think he's pulling ahead both because his route might be a little more maybe, but also because I think I think he's just playing a little more solidly. Not a lot, but
Yeah, he hasn't made. Sidemark has made some mistakes that were a little bit more painful in terms, a little more damaging to his run than RG has, as of right now. That being said, we still got a lot left to play, and it could go any major mistake can really destroy this. So it could really make him have to backtrack a lot, but it looks like he should be. I mean, for the most part, as of now, he is okay.
runner guy's gonna do the hover slide here.
so like how bad can mistakes be in bingo? Like how much time can you lose potentially?
Infinite, honestly.
Mostly the mistakes you'll be making are like usually movement stuff that maybe costs 20 or 30 seconds here and there, but over time that really adds up.
Yeah, but
as any speedrunner will tell you.
I'd say at this point they won't make that mistake, but there are mistakes where, like I said, like riding over your green gauntlets, riding over your strength, that can, you invalidate your run. You can't finish unless you save at you before you did it. That'd be the only way. If you have done it but without saving, then yeah, you can't finish because you can't. There's no way to go back from that trade item. So there are some insane time losses, and in theory there are runs. There's ways that you just simply cannot finish.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay. I like it. I like it.
I've never seen that. That's legit.
I like it.
That's legit.
I like it.
So what Runner Guy did there
Go ahead.
is he did a ladder clip, which is where you grab the top of where a ladder should be, but you don't press any directions, and you clip out a little bit with the hook shot, and then you jump slash to get past the ladder. And so he fell into the basement, but the basement wasn't loaded. So he used the long shot to go up to the vines that were loaded just below the web to load the basement. Because he doesn't have fire, so he can't break the web. And as we said before, you know, he would have to climb all the way up like you do typically as a child. But yeah, that was smart. I like that.
So one thing to note on Cymart's side, he's doing the newer version. He's struggling a wee bit here to get the point. He's doing the newer version of this entrance point glitch where you don't have to reload the room and then hookshot back up and do all this and void out. Excuse me. When he does get it, which hopefully he does, he will just be able to simply walk through. The block will be unloaded, and what is he doing? Oh,
he's getting hookshot extension.
Did he boss buff for that?
Yeah.
Huh.
If you mess it up, you'd have to get the position again.
Well, there you go. So, interesting.
Runner Guy's in Fire Temple. He just needs a... but that is a bit of an exercise because he has to talk to Darunia anyway. He's going to try to do the Darunia cutscene skip here, and he's going to do something called Time Stop, which was a glitch that has been known for a while, but it's used in majority of the time. You shield and press bottle in a certain way, and you sort of get this... Yeah, and you get this crazy angle. And Darunia will never talk to you if you never point the camera at him. But when you open a door, it points the camera at him. So you use Time Stop to open the door without looking at him.
So Darunia only talks to you if you actually want to look at him. If you don't actually want to talk to him, just don't look at Darunia. I was going to say something, but I'm not. I ain't going to say that.
But great.
But, so he's going to use this to skip Darunia, which on Japanese, it's not as time consuming. It's actually not that bad. On English, it's pretty painful.
Yeah, it's very slow on English.
So it looks
to
like
listen to him talk.
It looks like Samarth got the skip to get the long shot. I mean, to get underneath the long shot, and he also picked up that skull.
And Runner Guy's about to get the fastest skull in Fire Temple, which is this one. He's gonna do a nifty skip, having to get the Song of Time block moved. Runner Guy, I don't... Oh, he needs all 5 skulls.
He needs all
fire.
5. All 5, baby.
Ooh.
All 5.
I did not see that.
So
Alright, I like all 5 skulls in fire with long.
So, he's got long shot, so he can do pixel shot.
Yep.
Ooh, pixel shot. You guys are gonna see pixel shot real soon. Wow, pixel shot hasn't been done in so long. Oh my god.
Yeah, you rarely have long shot and are.
Backflip. Oh, he's gonna do the manual. He manually does it. Okay. I like it. Okay. I like that.
So that glitch is not a glitch. That's just clever movement.
Yep.
And so he was able to jump up without moving the Song of Time block, which is nice.
I like that movement in that room. I like the way he did that. That was nice.
The side hops.
Yeah, I gotta implement that.
That's a nice implementation. You gotta put.
Because I get absolutely decimated by these by the blocks. Get swallowed.
You can't let the tiles get you. You can't let that happen.
I know, man. And he's got the cycle. He gets the cycle to get across. Taking no damn. So interesting thing to note, as you can see, he's in here without Grand Tunic. So there's specific rooms in this dungeon that have heat timer. So every heart is equivalent to what, 8 seconds? Yes, 8 seconds.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, so every heart is 8 seconds. Every heart that you have, not just total, every heart that you actually have. So right now he has what, 6.5 hearts. So that's 40, he's got 45 seconds. Boom, there you go. 45 seconds to get through. It was 5.5 to get through these rooms without dying. So, does he have a fairy?
He doesn't need it with this many hearts.
Yeah, he should be fine.
Well, I don't know. He only has.
No, he's fine. He's fine. 30 seconds is enough for this.
You only need 6 for this.
because
Oh, and he's also
yeah,
time stopping.
time. Well, no, he's got the side hop, and he's gonna time stop when he goes up. So when you hook shot, and you have timer, that will stop the timer for that time while you're hook shotting. If you're back
Actually, any
flipping,
cutscene item.
yeah,
will do
any
that.
back flipping, so you will see. I don't know if he's actually doing it. Oh, he
Nah,
did.
he'll
He
be
just
fine. He's got
said
plenty
fine.
of time.
Yep, 9 seconds. So not every room has heat timer. Basically, the only important times are the rooms like the first room where he was in, the giant room, the main room, and the room where you had to push the block. Those are important because that they both have heat timer, so that carries over. So they're both in fire. So this would
We
be
got
that
both runners in the same place.
this would be that 1 in 25 chance that both runners are doing the same goal at the same time. But
Darkman,
Steinmark
this is it.
this is it. This was the 1 in 25 that you asked about. And you were
I'm
talking
so
about.
happy.
Yeah. So the only thing Steinmark did come in a little bit later, so but they are working towards the same goal. So all right, so runner guy is going to. I wonder if he's gonna do the hundo way. So for a lot of you guys who don't know, wow,
Ooh.
the smuggest of slugs. Wow. So for a lot of people who do not know, runner guy used to run 100%, and this was part. He's gonna set FW right here. No, he's gonna come back. He's gonna go back inside.
Wait, is he
go back?
hovering?
No, he's gonna go back. He's gonna set FW right.
Because when he ran 100%, there was no pixel shot. It was
No,
just the hover.
But this is how you did. This is how you went through the skulls.
This is correct, yeah.
So he's gonna get the skulls down here, and then FW back instead of having to kill it. Yeah, he gotta die. That's right. He's gotta die. Wow, he wanted that magic. I know he did. So he's gonna weird shot for this one.
What's going on here? I don't know what that was.
Now he's gonna weird shot. Accidental press.
That frame still
So,
works.
the question I see it came up a couple times. Do they still have to beat the game after they finish the board? No. Once you finish the board, that is it. Once you have completed the last item, you are done. So, and this isn't bingo, it is a blackout bingo, so they're gonna be completing the entire card. So every square will be marked green and purple when this is over. So now he's gonna pick up another key, because he's gonna need. Oh wow!
Wow.
That's actually a god boulder, low key. That was actually pretty god. Oh,
That probably that might have saved
okay.
time.
Oh, he's gonna do the new setup. I wonder if he's gonna do the new setup here. I think or is he gonna wing it?
So he is able to, since he has long shot, and actually target up here.
Yes. So,
but it's
have-
pixel perfect.
yeah,
Or it's close. It's close.
I think you have 2 to 3 or something like that. 2 pixels. You just kind of have to you really just have to be on a sweet spot.
It's a little bit
he's almost
easier
there.
on
He's real there.
N64. I think.
He's really there. He's so close. If he's hitting that, he's right in between. There is a setup to kind of make this a lot easier. You can also get hookshot extension to make this a little bit easier to hit.
The methodology is basically you like.
Oh, he's doing the setup. Yeah, he's doing the setup. He's doing the setup.
There's a setup for this?
Yeah, there was a setup found, and then it became
I
useless.
always just like did the normal like move it
it's
up until you got it and then move it.
He's so close. He is so close. Come on. You got this. I think I can't. Come on. Cooperate. Come on. All right, so Simon is just running through the temple. He's got 12 seconds. He's got plenty of time to get through. He's running on 5 hearts. But he's good. He's gonna hover.
He's gonna hover.
He's gonna hover.
This is the old boy OG.
It's the old. Yep, it's the old boy.
But this is a trick that's pretty viable in bingos nowadays. I
I did
because-
this hover last night.
Yeah,
Honestly.
you rarely have.
Ooh,
It used to be done with a staircase though.
Yeah, I did the staircase last night.
Boy's got to turn around.
He just gotta unlock his camera. He's got this. Or he's
is he
just
gonna
gonna
side
go.
hop? Yeah,
He's
gonna.
gonna.
Slide.
Yeah, he's gonna do it. Yep.
Is he high enough?
If he does
he's gonna
that, I knew he was gonna do it too. I knew he was gonna do it. I like it.
I like that.
There's a lot of ways you can do that.
It's a personal preference, really.
Yeah, it's really all personal preference.
I hover up with bomb shoes and then turn around.
I do a staircase, and then I just do, like, I forgot how many I did. I think I did 10.
Yeah, I think it's
Hovers.
9 or 10 is optimal.
All right, so RG should be getting all fire.
He's got one more after
He's got
this.
one more. No, he's got two more, because he didn't get the one at the beginning yet.
Oh, he hasn't weird shotted yet, has he?
Oh, he didn't weird shot. Yeah, you're right. He didn't. So he's gonna FW back down after this. Boom. This. He's gonna pause. Get FW.
Cymarth actually about in the same place right now. So in this little mini race to beat Fire Temple first, or get all the Fire Temple skulls rather, Cymarth might pull it out.
All right. Did he?
Do they
No, he
need
didn't.
anything besides the skulls? No. So
Nope.
Guy doesn't.
Just the skulls.
Or is he getting a key
No,
for
did he
the
get-
because you need a key for the.
Yeah, I think he has one. I think he already got one.
Did he already have one?
I think he got an extra one already.
Because you would have an extra one because you don't have to do the fire maze.
Yeah. Yeah. he's
So
got
yeah,
one
he would already have one. So he doesn't have the Megaton hammer here, so he's gonna
He's gonna do a nice little
through here.
cheeky- And this would be one of these angles where you can just clip. He's one of these like acute angles where you can clip right through by doing a side hop, side roll to crouch stabs. And I'm going in the middle. This room is so laggy. It's actually not that bad. It actually wasn't as bad as it could have been.
Cymarth also struggling a little bit. He's gonna get the hookshot extension here. So if you like are aiming up or down and holding down or up, and then press A and then hookshot 1 frame later, you can get a hookshot extension, and that means that your hookshot goes just a little bit further.
RG just completed his 5 skulls.
Cymarth not far behind on that goal.
Mm-hmm. He got pixel shot. Very nice. Very nice. And RG is done with the fire temple. This would be another temple that you just would not want to fight a boss for the heart container. Because that
Gotta
fight,
get the Megaton hammer.
yeah, you gotta get the hammer, and you just gotta fight the boss, which is one of the worst bosses in the game. Honestly, it is.
One cycling Volvagia is all.
I got it in a rando. Like, I was playing so casually, and I get it in a rando. But like when I really need to get it, nah, man. Is he going for?
He's. I don't. He doesn't need this key. Oh. What?
I think he's just going to the beginning of the temple.
Yeah, you're right.
What a god. I mean, it's definitely faster because he's on a VC.
Do you think RG's gonna pick up the block, or is he gonna clip?
He's gonna clip. No, he's gonna pick up the block. He's gonna pick up the block.
I would pick up the block. It's just easier.
I would pick up the block.
I also like the
He's picking up
little
the block.
cinematic when you pick up the block.
Yeah, he's picking up the block. Link flexing. I thought this was a no flex zone.
I flexed earlier though.
Oh, you're right. So it's a flex zone. All right, no, that's fine.
Figure
Okay.
you can have your chance to flex if you'd like.
I'll flex. I'll flex at GDQ on the couch. I'll have
Word.
my moment of flex. Flexation.
Flexation.
Did you say flexation?
I did. I regretted it the moment it came out of my mouth. I was like, I don't like that word. I didn't like it. Nope, didn't get it. Okay. All right, so I believe that is Cymarth also completing his 5 skulls. Do you
It
know where
is.
Boom.
So Cymarth really, the only thing he's behind on is he hasn't done Spirit.
Yeah, he hasn't done Spirit. Basically,
He has a bit of an advantage on the Gerudo Valley skulls as child, but that's about it.
Right. So as you can kind of see, column 3 in a normal bingo setting, those 3 goals, 7 unused keys, both Gerudo Fortress Area skulls and Spirit Boss Temple key, that would be an example of amazing synergy. 3
And
goals on
I
the
just
same
realized
side.
that. Sorry, go ahead.
3 goals on the same side of the map, and basically you would go there very subsequently. You get the GDQ skull keys, you'd get Gerudo Fortress areas keys, and then you'd get Spirit Balls key.
Yeah, I actually really like column 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad at all. I will say, I think we forgot earlier, but Cymarth already has all 5. Pretty sure, so I went ahead and marked that.
All 5 what?
Like Hylia skulls.
Oh yeah, he does. So now RG is going back in time. So
He just needs this one actually. He needs the Lakeside
Yeah, he
Lab.
needs the Lakeside Lab. So you're gonna see him do an interesting glitch to get back, and RG has double defense. So you get to see him go back in time. He's gonna skip the prelude cutscene. Just wait. So anything that requires a recoil, it's always the same. So as you see, entrance point glitch, crouch snapping and opening the door. Everything that requires a recoil is always the second frame of hitting hitting that object or hitting the wall, whatever it is. It's always the second frame. So this is another example. You just see it a bit differently, right? You have to do it really weird. You see how he has to crouch stab left or crouch stab right and then move left. You have to pause buffer this trick. This cannot be done unless you're an absolute god. I don't think this can be done without pause buffering. So we got prelude right there in that cutscene, and now he's going to just go back in time.
Ooh!
Oh, he's gonna use the giant's knife.
Don't break it.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can have it. It can be broken.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I thought the goal didn't complete because then it's broken giant's knife.
Oh wait, you're right. The goal
Yeah.
is giant's knife. It's not 3 swords. Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You're right.
he could use it once, but if he did it twice,
Twice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
But you can. That's a much easier way to get through the door. If you have a big sword, like the giant's knife or the big Goron sword, you can even do it with the broken giant's knife.
Yeah.
The forward thrusting animation is much different with that sword than with the master sword. So you can clip through that little crevice there and then have hover boots on inside hub.
So Cymarth heading over to Sandside, Gerudo Valley Fortress area.
That was a lot of words.
Yep, right? Sandside, Gerudo Fortress Valley. Valley Fortress area. But he's gonna basically complete all the 3 remaining goals in column 3. So as you see,
He's also
it's
gonna
really-
finish column 4.
Yeah, as well, very quickly. As you see, everything has really started to come together.
Cymarth, you have long shot.
This is faster. By
You
how
have to
much?
pause and equip.
Right. By how much? I don't know, but it might be.
But we just found out about that nonsense about hookshotting the sun.
This is also true, which is insane.
That's some hidden knowledge, honestly.
That's next level tech. That's old boy tech. You got to be. There's investment right there. So RG. I wonder if he's gonna go for the
Where's he going?
RG.
Yeah. Oh, the market
The
skull.
market skull. Yeah.
Yeah, he'll go for the seam walk. Oh,
No,
he's
he's
not
not.
doing it.
He's
I always
not!
seam walk. I always.
I
Seam
would
walk.
have seen walk for it. I really would have.
And this is that goal for Cymarth.
Let's go for it. See, boom. And you see this still again starting to come together. Wait, oh yeah, so RG has a lot of child stuff still left to do. And as you can also see, they left the best goal for last. I guarantee they're gonna finish this goal last.
Beans.
Yep. Beans last. See, RG.
Beans last.
So also they have we didn't mention earlier by RBing the white cuckoo, the pocket cuckoo, you also get the you also get the adult's wallet, right? So that'll give you the adult's wallet right there. Come on, Snipoo, there it is. You get the adult's wallet, which holds 200. So if that's what they're deciding to do, which is what they're gonna do, to get those magic beans.
God, the magic beans are awful without a bigger one.
So he also doesn't have
Boomerang. It's just a hover.
boomerang. So
He's gonna
gotta hover.
staircase.
He's gonna. Oof.
Gotta go
See,
for this Skulltula hover.
I would have went for I would have used the Skulltula, the gold Skulltula to like hover up.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have a lot of bombs, so you really can't afford to mess this up.
Just like one or
Oh,
two
he is,
more
he is, he
hovers.
is.
No,
Oh,
he's using
not-
bombs. He's bomb hovering. He already killed the other skull.
Yeah.
I think one more hover should probably do it.
And
Yeah, there we go.
okay. Sarmoth got one. Sarmoth is about to get the last.
Oh, that's all 4 market skulls.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be right back.
No problem, no problem. So Sarmoth's gonna do the other way to skip the guard. And it's just gonna sidewalk real slowly while holding up. It's putting like a down right kind of.
Why is he? Wait. Why is he doing it like that? Did I miss something?
That because he didn't go the same route that RG
Oh,
did.
really? I've
Yeah,
never.
he
I've
went
never
down.
Seen this.
This is the
I've
route
only
that
ever-
I know. Yeah, that's the
I've
route
only
that I
ever
know.
seen the one from up top.
Ah, yeah, this is the other route. So yeah, there are team blackouts. For anyone who doesn't know, there are team blackouts. He's a little late. Yeah, a little early on that. And he's gonna hess over. He's gonna fast. I would have.
Got a
I'd have
forward.
just. I'd have just
Taking an
taken
angle
the fast.
change?
Yeah, I just taking the fast. Yeah, taking the fast and like, all right, cool. He's gonna take the back walk.
RG's cleaning up his child goals real fast here.
Yeah, he's mowing through these.
Where's my boy going? Oh, he needs bombs.
He needs bombs.
This is a way.
This is a way to get the 30 bombs. Why not? I don't blame him. Quick and easy.
It's
yeah,
a lot
it's-
quicker and more
Wow,
surefire
one
than
t-
a
yeah,
bunch of drops.
one text box. That's all it took. Wow, I like
One
I
text
actually like
box,
that.
you got 6 drops.
I actually like that.
I've never really thought of doing that before.
Me neither. Never.
I like that.
Gonna have to implement that for some interesting goal.
These implementations, though, we're
Right.
learning.
Right, we're out here. See this, and this is like you can learn a lot from other people, watching other people. Here's the seam walk. You can also hess through this maze, this block maze that RG is bombing through, but it's pretty precise. Okay.
Runner guy will get probably just over 3 hours.
Yeah.
It's a solid time.
I would say definitely a solid time.
Wisely picking up the 50 rupees.
So now he's gonna have to collect as much money as possible so he can get his magic beans. How much? 7 beans. How much is that?
So it's 10, 30, 60, 100, 150, 210, 280.
There you go. So he needs 280 rupees, which means he's gonna have to farm some, which is not a problem because he can. I mean, well. He stopped him again. What are the odds? What are the odds he stopped the big Goron again?
Did he really? I didn't see that.
He did again.
He also stopped the small Goron on accident.
Yes, he did.
He's trying this trick again.
He's trying this trick again. Can't get in though.
Did Simarth pick up the Gruto's Fortress skulls? He did, right?
Yes, he did. He did.
Did we mark that?
Yeah. Nope. Oops.
There we go.
There you go. All right. So it's you know, Archie's got a pretty sizable lead at this point, to be honest. Wait. Did someone go to ice? He never went to Ice Cavern, did he?
No, I don't think so. He was at Jabu.
Right. He was at Jabu, did he not?
Did he? Did he go? We might have missed it. It's very
Yeah.
possible. I can't imagine him not going.
Right. I want to say he has. He definitely doesn't have. But he doesn't have all 3 shields, so I know that for a fact. So. Yeah, RG's definitely gonna, I'd say, pull through on this one because he's already back in time, and that's
There's
all
not
the
a lot
goals.
left to do.
Yeah, he's only got his Zora area HPs, and he's got to get his 9th heart. So.
The classic here.
A nice mega flip over.
Nice unbuffered
Nice.
mega flip. I like that.
I like.
Good.
Oh, that movement.
That's all. It's all
Scary.
plan.
Little scary. Right, starting up. Okay. Wait, did Art... Wait, RG didn't have Death Martin skulls. Yeah, now he has them.
Yeah, now he has it.
Now he has them.
That was my B. I didn't know he didn't get DMC yet.
So now he's got them.
He could have just played Bolero.
Totally could have.
You know, who's counting?
Right. But runner guy, you had Bolero.
Did Cymarth finish all 8 Death Mountain Skulls? He did, didn't he?
Did he get the one?
He got all of them as child.
Then yeah, he did have them.
Yeah, I think he has them all.
Cymarth working on his GTG keys. This actually takes a while. This is actually a pretty long goal.
Yeah, this is definitely a longer
7.
goal. Remember when 8 keys was
Oh god. I don't think
required you to have iron boots?
If I do GTG, it's no more than 6. I ain't doing no more than 6. I'm doing all of them as child.
Child.
Yep.
No
So-
way I'm doing 6 not as child.
Yeah. Nah. So RG's gonna do another Navi dive here. It's gonna get him through to the other side.
I believe his dive meter right now is 1
It is.
due to his RBA.
He was RBing. So he wouldn't be able to die.
has to get Aqua escape.
Has to Aqua escape. Clip through.
He's doing it with the stick.
But runner guy, you have a sword.
He must only be comfortable with the swordless
Has to
one.
be.
Because he's on N64, so he does it all the time for.
There
you go.
There we go.
Cymarth really struggling to find this hook shot.
It's there.
There we go.
I knew he was gonna step on it. Did he even need to? No.
No. So runner guy needs to pick up 1 heart piece at least. He's probably gonna get the frog's
Very
heart piece
nice,
because that's
so-
right down by the by the bean salesman. But
Where's-
he'll
he's gotta get
also
all-
need to
has
pick up
to.
1
Yeah.
in this
I th-
area. 'Cause
I
he has
think-
3 already.
Yeah. I think he has to do the treasure chest one. Yep, he's gonna do the treasure chest one. And down with a couple of side hops. That one and frogs. And see that right there? That's another thing with synergy. So he's synergizing all 5 Zora HPs with 9 hearts. So he'll literally be completing 2 goals at the same time.
Does he only need 1 more HP? Or 2 more? Did he route it perfectly or did he misroute? We're about to find out.
Let's find out here. Yep, he's got 1 more left. And
So
that
he
was-
routed properly for his hearts.
Yep, perfect routing.
He's gonna finish all 3 goals in Zora's River.
Again,
Solid.
Synergizing very well. So his last 3 goals, he doesn't have to leave this area for. He doesn't have to do any type of.
He's just showing that he has everything
showing-
right,
Yep, showing that he's check. That's a nice check.
especially for the chat, just to see,
Mhm.
just so everybody knows he's got all the stuff.
So you can count up.
He's gonna get this red rupee, I'd imagine.
Yes, definitely taking a swim down, which I like.
Ooh, or you could skip the red rupee until you buy a few beans and then get it.
Well, isn't it every time you reset? Well, he's not gonna be resetting here. He does have to do some backtracking, right?
Yeah, because he needs
Because he needs to
280.
Yeah, he needs some money.
So he'll need to reset the area 4 times.
He's not going to. Okay, good.
Or 3 times, maybe, if he gets more than just the red rupee.
And he still did he get all his Lake Hylia skulls?
He did. Yeah,
And
I think he did.
34.
Maybe not.
I don't think he did. Because he has 34. Remember we routed. It's like 35 plus.
Oh, did you check?
Well, I don't know. 5 Lake Hylia skulls. 5.
Oh, no, it's
9.
definitely 35 or 36 total.
Yeah. So if anything, he's missing. He didn't go to Lake Hylia as child. Yeah, so he's missing that. You remember he didn't go to Lake Hylia as child at all.
Yeah, so he's actually is gonna have to leave this.
So he has the one. He has one left, right? The two. The one? The two. He has two. Two left in Lake Hylia.
3. The bugs.
The soil, the bugs, the bugs, the one behind the lab, and what's the last one?
The one.
Oh, the one in
by
the grotto.
fire arrows.
Oh, wait, he didn't? No, he got that one. Remember, he had long shot.
No, the child one. The fire arrow pedestal.
Right. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. That one. On that side, on the actual pedestal. All right, so that will be 9 hearts for RG.
And
hearts.
5 Zora area heart pieces.
Yep, that's gonna be boom.
All of a sudden, the board is becoming crowded.
Oh no, he only has 8 hearts.
Oh wait, he didn't get it yet. That's why.
Yeah, he's still missing one.
He got the 50 rupee. And then this is gonna give him the heart piece.
I thought Song of Storms gave you the heart. Did he not? Oh, he played Zelda's Lullaby on it.
Yeah, he played ZL. Yeah.
So he hasn't gotten this yet either. That was just my bad. I thought he got a heart piece, but it didn't. He just didn't play. What is he doing?
Money? He's farming money.
Oh, he's farming money. That's
He's
so
farming
smart.
money. You
That's
legend.
so smart.
RG is a legend.
I wouldn't have thought of that.
Doesn't have to keep going back. You're an animal, RG. You are. I am. My hat's off to you right now. All right, Sidemark is heading to Gerudo. He's got his 7 GTG keys. So Sidemark is picking up his last shield. So he can complete 3 shield, 3 boots, and RG is completing basically all of his last goals right here.
Yeah, he'll just have to go to Lake Hylia.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Simarth completed. I feel like did we mark GV and yeah, no, we got everything.
Yep, we got everything.
Yeah, word. So Renner Guy definitely has enough money by far.
Yep. So for this, you need to complete every goal on the board to win this particular iteration of bingo. And that would complete. Oops. There we go. I got it. That will complete those 2 goals for Runner Guy.
Simarth also attempting Spirit Hover right now.
So this is coming. Oh, did he fail it? Oh no. Let's see.
So now my boy Runner Guy just needs the Lake Hylia skull and the beans.
Uh-oh. Come on, Simarth. You got this. Get a low hover. You got 10 shoes, though. I don't know about you guys. If I'm playing on VC, Bomb's gotta go on C. Bombchew's gotta go on C, right, man?
Bombchew's C down.
C down? You play on S64?
I completely agree with Simarth's item placement here.
Oh, no! Oh, no, he's gotta take the L. I think he's gotta take the L here.
Gotta take the L.
Oh, no, he's gonna do RBA. He's gonna find he's got a flat wall. And
Do it inside.
No,
oh, no, he'll get Requiem.
Yep.
You gotta watch Requiem.
He can't go inside because he's gonna get. He's got. Oh, I guess.
So Runner Guy will be done once he gets this last Skulltula here, which is he needs 2 or 3 more. So it's gonna be a moment.
He's got. Still has Gerudo Valley.
Oh yeah, he does. Wow, we
Valley.
didn't account for a lot because it was purple and I just didn't look at it.
Yep.
So Runner Guy's actually got a bit to go. Maybe that's 3 minutes.
No super swim there. Messed up super swim.
So we got super swims. We're like Wind Waker.
Yeah, we got super swims. All right.
If you shield damage while you're in the water, you get a lot of speed, and then if you keep pressing Z target over and over again and hold in the opposite direction, you can swim really far really fast.
Oh man.
Simarth is going through the temple legit, maybe?
Yeah, he is. He's got no other choice.
He's got a Poe.
I don't know what happened.
Might be floundering a little bit here. He's gonna super slide. I don't know what's going on here with Cymarth.
He's going through. He could have pushed the block.
Maybe he's he could have pushed the block. Maybe he's getting a Skulltula.
I mean, I guess.
He could get the Song of Time block Skulltula here.
Yeah. If he's going up temple, I guess that's the only, one that makes sense.
No, I'm saying maybe he's grabbing this one and then going to. No, he's getting the key. Yeah, he's doing the temple legit. He doesn't feel comfortable with.
He can't. He'd have to watch Requiem if he went up the other way.
Yeah, you're right. He doesn't, and he probably might not feel comfortable with Spirit Hover for whatever reason right now.
Yeah, he was having some issues getting it. So.
Both our runners definitely closing in on the end here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's this goal for Cymarth.
Wait, did he get the skull?
Yeah. Did he not?
I don't think so.
Oh, he's about to get it. Woof.
Unless he doesn't get it.
No, he'll get it.
He didn't get it.
This is a fast one.
He didn't get it?
I guess since he's going through the temple normally, he'll get a different one. Like, that's quicker.
Here's what I'm gonna say. You ready for this?
Yeah.
No, he's got long shot. Never mind. He's gonna get the one in the main room.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say he's gonna climb all the way up and then super slide to the other side and do Iron Knuckle on the other side, and then get the one that's right after it.
Yeah, no, but with long shot.
Yeah, he's got long shot. He can just go right over.
Even then, I think that might be slow.
Oh, it is 100%.
Like, even if you didn't have long shot, you could just do like a mega side hop.
Mm-hmm.
Or mega side hop, like hover slide.
Hover slide. Yep. Come on, other side.
So just to remind everybody, you are currently watching GDQ Hotfix if you've just tuned in. This is the spotlight for Bingo, and Runner Guy, our runner on the left here, who's about to finish. He's just got 2, or is this his last skull? No, he's got 2. He's got the soil patch down below. So our runner on the left here, Runner Guy, is actually running Ocarina of Time Bingo at SGDQ, which is only 10 days away, I'll remind you. Get hyped for SGDQ this year.
It's technically 11, because, it starts on the 24th, but,
anyway, so SGDQ going to be hype, and Runner Guy will be performing there. He will be playing Ocarina of Time, and he'll be doing a regular bingo. So what you're watching right now is a blackout, where the runners complete all 25 goals. Runner Guy in green and Cymarth in purple. But Runner Guy will be performing a solo 1-row bingo.
Doing a normal hover off the wall.
I prefer this hover. I think it's easier.
If you're good with
but with bomb chews, there's a method with this with bomb chews.
Yeah, with bombs, this is gonna be time coming up for RG.
No, he still needs the soil patch.
Oh, he still needs soil patch. Yeah, you're right. He got all his like.
So yeah, Runner Guy's just got 1 goal left. Just has to get this Skulltula and then 1 more down below. Yeah, be sure to check out the SGDQ schedule. It's coming up in just a little over a week here. Make sure you find the runs you want to watch, get cozy, and get excited.
This guy's doing such a good job doing my job.
Right? Everyone wants
I've been to a few GDQs, Darkman.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to take a job, Darkman.
It's true.
Alright. He got it, right? He did get it.
Yeah, he got it. So he's just got the 1 left. And time will be coming up for Runner Guy when he picks up the Skulltula token.
As soon as the token comes down.
He's got the... Is he going to jump here? Ooh.
Yeah, he can jump. Crack the skull. Ah!
That's style.
I mean, like, that looks so painful, but it's still so good. And...
I got the mark here. You didn't need to pick up the bugs.
I know, right?
Doesn't waste any time, though, the Skulltula thing. So
nope, still it's gotta go, yep. Did he get memed?
No.
Oh, nope, there it is.
And done.
RG is done. Beautiful. Good
Very nice.
job. Wow.
GG to runner guy. 3:10:35. That's a really solid black.
Yep. Really solid time. Wow.
You were right. Oh wait, no, he's on the first iron knuckle. I thought he was doing the second one.
Oh.
You were right the whole time. But no, he's getting the other one.
He's getting the other one. That would be...
Wow, runner guy with a really solid
Wait,
performance. And Symarth really.
Wait, he didn't get that one though, right?
What skull?
He didn't get the skull. He hasn't gotten the skull in Spirit, right?
Symarth? No.
Yeah. No, he hasn't gotten the skull yet.
No.
So he must. What skull is he getting then?
Unless he did get the one in the main room. I saw him in the main room out, so he might have already gotten it. We just missed it. It's very possible. We could maybe get runner guy in here. His run. Yeah, word. Okay, runner guy will be joining us in a moment to talk about this run and talk about his upcoming run
at GDQ.
Yeah, he got the skull in the other room. That's what I thought.
Oh, he got... Okay. Okay. Saved a little bit of time with the FW. Long shot.
We got the dot done. We'll get a dot comment from runner guy soon.
Right. We get the dot comment.
Runner guy, excellent performance. First of all, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
So why don't you talk really quickly about sort of your run coming up and the run we just watched, and what people should be looking forward to in your SGDQ run.
All right, first. It's tiring.
I'm just gonna hit you with all.
Like, Ada, let's go one question at a time. Shush.
No, my boy gets all three at the same time.
Yeah, he's gotta go through.
All right, we'll start with this run. So runner guy went really well in this run that allowed you to pull so far ahead of Symarth.
Well, first, Symarth's crazy because he's doing all the child things when he knew there was a back in time. But that's Symarth for you.
Right.
When you see markets, like, that's one of the first things I look on when I look. Okay, you got like 3.5 minutes, less than 3.5 minutes on Japanese version to look at the whole board and try and decide, which is crazy. You just can't route it all that quickly. So I just kind of pick like major milestones. I'm looking for the squares that I have to do parts as child. So like I immediately marked like Guru Valley Skulls, that's part child. Death Mountain Skulls, part child. And Green Gauntlets, part child. And when you see something like Green Gauntlets, it's like, okay, I can't just go adult RBA Kojiro, get bombs, because I'm gonna lose them. When you see something like Market Skulls, it's like, okay.
Which you almost did. You almost did.
I saw you manipulating your bomb in inventory for a while.
I always saw that.
Okay. It's really hard because as a tendency as a bingo player, you don't want to overwrite that bomb slot unless you know for sure what you're doing. So I like to leave it there. But when you see something like Market Skulls, okay, you know you're going back in time. So I tried to leave as many things for the back in time child as I could, because I'm just more power. I have more bombs. I have more equipment to kind of handle those things.
Right. And which is also nice, you know.
I think that was wise.
Using, I will say, first of all, I want to comment on Ice Cavern, right? That was let's tell people what went through your mind as soon as you pulled out the pocket cuckoo. I want to know what went through your mind.
I happen to have a strat that's one frame explosion, you pull the cuckoo out. And
I saw you do that.
Yes, that was intentional. But usually I mash start and A there to get the, like, you have, it's almost like if you've done it with the
you either
Ocarina,
get the pause or you get the chest.
You get the pause or you hit A to open the chest. So you have two buttons to hit one frame. So if you're mashing both, you have a decent chance.
Right.
That's the, then if you happen to hit the second explosion frame, you just buffer the open, yeah. So I was I was mashing the wrong thing, and then I was just kind of sitting there on that screen like, oh my god, I'm in trouble, because I wasn't mashing. So now I gotta like mash start and get the text, like I had to get the text off of there. And fortunately I was able to do that, but that was pretty scary.
Yeah, I was like on the edge of my seat. I was like, he got it! And I was like, he's and even Adef was like, yeah, he's definitely gonna watch this cutscene. I guess.
Because I thought maybe you had gotten that thing where you die, but you hit the right frame.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna watch the cutscene and then die after, kind of like when you fail minuet cutscene and you watch cutscene, you die right after. That's what I thought was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Same.
But I was like, I can't believe he clutched it out.
It worked.
Insane.
I think another thing with this, like, things with bingos where, people talk about world records and stuff, but there's not really world records and things for bingos. And often, because you're just routing it so quickly, immediately if I was going to do this card again, I would come up with probably a not completely different route, but I would definitely change certain aspects.
Right.
Like I would go over, long shot is so OP if you can't tell, going around, zipping
So
around.
you would
with
do
long-
water earlier.
I would definitely try and do water earlier, and the fact that I had FW, like my warp magic, I could have been setting that like
In forest also.
exactly, and it's like it's hard to put that in because you usually don't have it. So the fact that I had it here was like I should have been taking advantage of that combo, the FW warp point and the long shot point. Like those two is a really strong combo, and I just kind of didn't really take advantage of it. It's not that I lost a ton of time otherwise, but yeah, it's something that you could probably, I could do this board again and sub 3, 250. Like you can take off a lot just from routing alone, but that's part of it. Like that's part of it. You know your first run through is never going to be perfect, and no one ever does grinds cards. So it's like next time it's a different card, and then it's totally different situations. So that's what makes bingo really fun.
And as far as the differences between blackout and the solo run we'll be seeing at your SGDQ run, what do people have to look forward to that they saw in this?
This is definitely, you get to use kind of more of your inventory. You get to use a larger portion of things like water skulls. You're able to kind of take advantage of the things that you have or that you're going to have. When you're doing just one row of the board, it's often you're trying to do things with minimal items, right? You don't want to go out of your way to get certain things. So potentially skipping some of the key items of the game is often what you want to do in a just a one row situation. You're not going to quite as many areas, so you kind of have to focus on the items that you do want to get.
Right. What are you excited for specifically with your upcoming SGDQ?
I think the thing I'm most excited about is honestly the commentary. I feel like I really just want to go in depth about what bingo is. So many people have not experienced a bingo before, and all they've seen is kind of runs where the same thing's kind of happening every time. And here it's like every single time you do a bingo, something different is occurring. There's always new things that are popping up for your own personal experience, and just the depth of it. I really want to convey that. The more tricks just the more knowledge, the more tricks the more everything kind of opens up to you. You have more and more possibilities. So I definitely want to talk about that, and I definitely want to talk about the history of bingo. I've been around in the community for a long time. I kind of want to lean on that to like, how did we get to this bingo? Where did this 5x5 thing come from? Why is this popular? How did racing even start? Like people weren't racing before. It was kind of just like one person in the community doing runs, and everybody else was like kind of just cheering them on, or like maybe routing and then doing glitches, but like nobody was racing. And how did it go from that to evolving to bingo? There's a progression there, and it wasn't like we just happened upon these boards. I think you guys mentioned this was version 9. We're on version 9.3. So there's been a huge iteration of bingos over the years, and I'm just really, really excited to talk about that.
You know what I'm excited about?
What are you excited about?
A card with Quiver 50 on it. That's
Card
what
with
I'm.
Quiver 50.
That's what I'm excited.
I'm surprised you didn't pick one. I
well,
thought for
so
sure.
So we really. So it's funny you say that, because last night, me and Adef spoke, and we really were trying to get a good card with Quiver 50, but we really couldn't. It was surprisingly, for the amount of times that we see it on the bingo boards, we didn't get it. We didn't get it as much. And the ones we did, it were kind of they weren't the greatest cards.
A lot of them had lacks.
Yeah, and a lot of them had lacks, and we don't want to sit through lacks. Even on JP, you can't get. We don't want you to give you any breaks. What? Are you kidding me? And so we essentially decided on this board because we did like the amount of Skulltula collection, the amount of different strats that you guys had to do to get some of these skulls. As you see, using the weird shot, the seam walk to get over, hovers for for the back in time. Like there was so many other glitches that you would use that you don't normally see to get some of these skulls in the game. So we thought
And I
that was
liked,
a nice row.
yeah, and as opposed to like, you know, a card that has a lot of beat X dungeons, you know, beat this many dungeons or specific dungeons rather. We liked how this one allowed you a lot of different routing possibilities, and I think we saw that from you and Cymarth, like completely different routes, and so I think that worked out well. What sort of things did you enjoy about this card from the perspective of somebody who's been bingoing for so long? Like, what things were fun to route? What things were you like, oh, where am I going to put this?
For me, definitely the part that there's not a lot of completion of dungeons, because, you know, a lot of viewers do see those types of things in MST, all dungeons, even though I'm wrong. You're often beating temples to progress through the game, but Bingo's kind of unique. You don't necessarily need to beat dungeons, which is fun here because the Square 9 Hearts was still on the board, so it's like you kind of get to go beat Bongo or go beat a boss or two if you choose, but it's up to you. You can kind of decide which ones are worth it, and then peace out after. You don't have to watch the cutscene.
Right.
So that was
That's
definitely
kinda
fun.
why. Yeah. I also wanted to comment on, we both really liked how that you needed first of all, that you on both times you had to go into Darunia's room, you blew up the Goron, small and big.
That was
I thought that was
insane.
so
Yeah,
I thought that was pretty
you
funny.
got the accidental explosion on the way
Right.
through the clip into Darunia's room.
I was just floating in midair.
Yeah,
while he
floating
was
in midair, And the other one where you actually, instead of trying to farm bombs, you just got the bomb back 30. I thought that was extremely smart.
That and using the fact that you had so many songs for the frogs to get the
to get
beads
money.
quickly, I thought that was really smart.
Was very smart. A lot of people would not have actually done that. They would actually go farm elsewhere and come back. Very nice that you did that, so you knew you didn't have to leave that area again.
Yeah, it's something, especially Blackout, but this takes place in regular Bingo too, where you're just doing one row or column or diagonal.
Right.
You're kind of always thinking in the back of your mind, okay, what am I doing next? What still needs done? It's a constant like mind puzzle. Like the whole like 3 hours here, it wasn't like I just immediately knew exactly where I was going all the time. I had stuff written down. I had stuff kind of I'm gonna get to that at some point, but I'm not sure when in my like you kind of put parts of it in your head, and that's what really, when it boils down to, you know, trying to chain it all together, make it logical, make it make sense. You know, like just in one example, I knew I was hovering to this skull here in Gerudo Valley right at the end.
Right.
I didn't have boomerang, so I was gonna hover to it. There's a chew method that I don't know. Again, knowledge is king in Bingo. If I knew the chew way, you know, that's the thing. You can't just like grind one trick over and over again in Bingo. You kind of have to be more
open,
spread out. Yes, exactly. You have to, and you can't know every trick in the game. So
yeah, Bingo's not about depth. It's definitely about breadth.
Yep. So I knew I was going to need a lot of bombs for that hover. So I thought, well, I'm going to be in Goron City for the skull anyway. I'll get the bomb back 30. And while I was getting that one skull, I saw those two chests with the 50 rubies each. I was like, I need to buy beans later, so I'm going to, you know, get those.
Right.
And sometimes it definitely does just happen like that. Like things just happen to fall.
No. Right, that wasn't those. The bombs was something I thought about ahead of time. I was like, I want to get these. I want to get the bomb back. Those two chests, it was just like, oh, these are here. I need rubies. There it is. You know, and that happens more in like a blackout type situation. Usually, when you have one row, you can kind of get the little details right. This is more just kind of big picture first, and then if you can refine some of the details, go for it. If not, you just hope it works out.
Runner guy. Well, yeah, we've got one from the chat. If I can sneak that in. Real quick.
Go for it.
So we've got an interesting question from the chat from X2HeartsX. They ask, can you please have them ask what would have gone through your head had this card been just one row bingo instead of blackout? So if you looked at this blackout card and you said, all right, which row am I going to do? Which one do you think you'd have picked? Figure and I kind of have an answer, but I'm interested to hear what you're.
Well, I was listening.
Oh, you were listening.
First, I just want to mention that there is different logic between normal cards and blackout cards, and I'm going to talk about a lot of logic as well at SGDQ about building the regular card, but the blackout is a little bit different, so these rows might not necessarily come together, but let me look it over and kind of decide.
In the meantime here, I think Symarth's definitely closing in on his last few.
Yep.
He's getting his last beans, and then he'll get those heart pieces in the area and full 9 hearts. So both our runners almost finished up here, and you got to give it up to Symarth. Maybe a little bit behind, but he gave us a show. Definitely tried some unorthodox.
Yeah, showing off some crazy glitches here.
At the very least, he made YouTube very happy.
Yeah.
Well, he tried to do Truth Skinner skip like 3 times,
and then he dies, comes back, and then does first try Truth Spinner. Like he knew that's exactly how it was gonna work. Like it's like he just knew. So I thought that was actually insane there. My question was, RG, so
for the board, I just want to answer.
Yeah.
I know you guys like column 3. I like column 3 a lot too. You would never see three
spear goals at once.
At that. If I had to pick another one, I kind of like top, left, bottom, right for a similar reason, because 3 of those need Zelda. And actually 4 of them with the song. So it's kind of like, you really wouldn't see that either, but in this particular case, those ones are kind of nice just because of the amount,
the synergy
high
that
amount
might
of
not
synergy.
exist.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, my question was, so in terms of magic beans, I know you got the adult wallet. Would you have opted to do something like, since you had to collect so many skulls, get a bunch of skulls in RBA adult Cucco, or would that have been too long to have done early on to get the Giant's wallet and get the wallet upgraded to get the Giant's wallet and just get 2 yellow rubies from like bottom of the well and like another area that has a yellow ruby.
So
like
just get it with the 99 rubies instead, wallet, or get the wallet legit.
Get Giant wallet.
Oh, I did think about that. Think about that, but then I thought...
Oh wait,
Symarth
just got Skull Kid.
Yeah, he played
Next
Saria's song to make the
level
Skull Kid not run away. And then he got the orange rupee, which is worth 200. It's one of the only huge rupees in the game.
Oh, very nice.
That's another something you don't see. A lot of people don't even know that
So you can kill that guy.
Yeah.
As a child, you have to use a glitch to kill him. You have to use ISG with the Deku stick. Or can you jump slash if you have a bunch of Deku sticks?
I mean, there might be like a hover that you could do to like hover up to him.
Which would still need ISG anyway.
Yeah, so...
But yeah, I considered it slightly. I was like, I have enough skulls to go and just get the Giant's wallet. But if it had been like 9, I don't think 9 beans is on the board anymore. But if 9 beans, then it's like, okay, you need another extra 170. Yeah, I'd probably consider getting the Giant's wallet. Here, it was like, well, the first 200 gets you most of the way, and then I knew I had the songs for the frogs.
Yeah, that was very smart to know to get the frogs frog money, because we were sitting there and like wait, didn't he get the heart piece? I'm like, no, he didn't. And you're like, what is he doing? And then we realized he needs to get money for the beans. I'm like, oh, that is so smart right there. That is so smart.
I suppose if you were going through CAC an extra time with how many skulls, you could have picked Giant's Wallet.
Right. Yeah. And I thought about it too. I thought about it early as an adult. Like, if I get the Giant's Wallet now, I can kind of throughout the run be accumulating money just naturally and not have to like go out of my way and get it. But it just never kind of materialized that way. But that's a thought that goes, you know, you time. Another thing with blackout. Oh, he's almost done.
Yeah, time's coming up. I don't know how many beans he has. I think 4 or 5.
Like 4, I think.
I think 4 would make sense with his rupee count.
Yeah.
We'll see what this number is here. I didn't see it. Oh, that cost him 60. So this next bean is his last one.
Last one.
So time's coming up for Symarth right now.
There it is. See, nice. No run is over until you really do the quick spin. That's when you know it's over. Over.
Same with trick videos.
Yep, same with trick videos. 39 skulls. As you can see, both inventories do match up.
Wonderful to both of our runners. Everybody definitely follow Runner Guy 249 and Symarth on Twitch. Both of these runners, great bingo players who bingo pretty often, and definitely worth a follow. So get in those chats.
Definitely. And we also should, do you have time to bring in Symarth for a little bit to talk about it?
I don't mind. You want to take a couple of minutes? Go for it.
Yeah, go for it. Let's bring him in here.
Also, I'd just like to remind everybody that SGDQ starts in just a few days. If we could get the schedule in chat. But everybody get excited for SGDQ 2018. Going to be a hype full week of speed runs for charity, and everybody find the runs you want to watch. Runner Guy will be running there. He'll be doing a speed run. So he'll be doing Ocarina of Time Bingo. So make sure to free up your Saturday schedule, I think.
I believe it's on Saturday. Yes.
Yep.
Saturday. Yep.
It'll be Saturday at 3:25 p.m. local time. So
That's
you
a
can.
solid slot, Runner Guy.
It is. So, I will be on the couch as well, bringing you as much hype as I possibly can.
Yeah, and Cymarth will be on the couch.
As well.
So all you guys gotta bring the knowledge. I unfortunately, but
looks like we got Cymarth in here.
Yeah.
Cymarth, excellent work.
GG Cymarth.
Thanks.
I just want to say, Cymarth, before ADF and Figure 8 talk to you, I just want to say you gave them a lot of entertainment. So at the very least, they're thankful.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I was gonna say there was definitely a lot of entertaining things that run for everyone else.
Definitely breaking out some stuff that we don't see. We all know you as that guy that does as much child stuff as humanly possible. And yeah, you definitely put on one show for us. Put me on the edge of my seat quite a bit. I actually got out my seat quite a bit. So it was, thank you for that. Tell me about your routing and what you felt like you could improve, what went wrong, what went really well.
A lot of things went wrong. That's all I know. I'm trying to pinpoint down just like I know I forgot Saria when going to Death Mountain. That was pretty bad.
Yep.
Then forgetting bugs, RBing over my ferry with bugs, various bottle issues.
Yeah. What did you kind of? Oh, Spirit Hover. What happened there?
I was in a hurry and I kept on forgetting to pull or pushing bomb trail at the same time I was pulling backflip. Yeah. You fail it once and you're just like, well, okay, I gotta go faster now.
Yep. And then it's just So
yeah.
But all in all, you still did really well.
I just want to bring up a point about that in particular. It is one of those things where you can fail something and you get tilted really easily. And in normal runs, you just reset and start your run over again. In a thing like a bingo, well, you're not going to do the board over again. That's not really the point. So you kind of just got to wing it and make it work after that. Knowing backup strats, knowing ways around, really helps for something like this.
Definitely, it is.
Yeah, definitely.
So. Yeah, you guys definitely both played really, really well. I look forward to commentating your run alongside with Cymarth as well. He can talk about a lot of the stuff that he would do in his run. So we asked RG earlier, and I just want to ask you as well. So obviously we all know that logic is different for blackout cards than it's for normal card. If you had seen a card like this on a regular bingo, what row or column or diagonal would you pick?
On this, I didn't even bother looking at the start. Yeah, that's an interesting question. I was gonna say initially looking at row 2.
Row 2, interesting.
Yeah, there's only forest and ice cavern, and then just some Gerudo skulls. Seems not too bad.
Okay.
That does seem fast.
It does actually, now that I think about it. Because you got to go for Sarias, and okay, I see that. All right,
yeah.
And then I like that. That's actually a good pick. So we're all kind of a little different here on what we would pick, and that's kind of to show you guys that it's very player dependent. It's never set defined. Like we know for a fact, like okay, this is faster. Someone may know stuff that we don't know. That they would make their row faster than ours. Me, I like column 3, and so does ADEF. Like column 3 a little bit more because I like the synergy that it gives you in this. So it really is about playing to your strengths as well. So it is that's where you see you get different answers. So definitely it was. Go ahead.
I was gonna say the fire spirit there plus Zelda's level, but I don't know exactly if I really like that. But yeah, it's not too bad.
I'd say 7 keys in GTG isn't great, given that you're not really. But yeah, I don't know. Again, like we said, this blackout board, bingo, and not actual bingos,
right?
Or actual normal bingos, and so as a result, a lot of these rows are going to have synergy that just doesn't exist in solo row bingos.
So, yeah. All right. I mean, that's it for me.
Anything else you want to say about your run?
Yep.
Nope, not really.
Okay.
RG, you got anything else?
I think I'm good.
All right, word. Darkman, we got a target here.
We do, but just Ada, figure eight. You guys got any final thoughts before we head out? Before I do my thing?
I'm good. I love you all. Shout outs to the Dirty Blankers. That's all I have to say.
No.
And I will see you guys. I'll see you when I see you at SGDQ 2018. I am out.
I just want to say thanks to Figure Eight for commentating with me. I think good bit of fun. And thanks to the runners also and everybody making this stuff happen. Get hyped for SGDQ.
That's right.
Well, I want to say, Ada, figure eight, it was a pleasure. You guys
Thank
put
you.
on a show for everybody. So I know people were kind of confused what's going on, but you guys did a really good job explaining. So big thanks to you two for commentating.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Always ready to spread the bingo hype.
Always ready to bring the hype, no matter where I go.
And thanks to Cymarth and Runner Gut for running. We appreciate it. And
No
we'll look
problem.
forward to the bingo run at SGDQ. Once again, reminding everybody that is going to be Saturday, June 30th at 3:25 p.m. local time. You can type ! schedule. I'll type in chat. And you can see exactly when that's going to be in your local time zone. Thank you very much, Figure Eight. And yeah, so that's going to do it for us. Just want to remind everybody, just one GDQ announcement. If you are attending GDQ, SGDQ, which is in 2 weeks, and you are interested in potentially volunteering for us in the future, we have open orientations all day Saturday. Well, not all day Saturday, but at certain times Saturday. So you can just check that out. We'll have more information for you when you get to the event. And yeah, that's going to do it for us. Before we go, let's go ahead and hit up a raid target. So we are going to raid Pear Strike, who is doing some Wave Race Blue Storm practice. So he is a runner for SGDQ. So Wave Race Blue Storm is in SGDQ. So go ahead, check him out, say hi. We're going to host him. Until then, we'll see you next week. Week after for SGDQ. So June 24th. See y'all.
Bye.
Peace.
Right.